The story unfolds in the vast Qi dynasty. The Qi emperor rules a boundless territory, which is divided into 6 great kingdoms, and within them, smaller sects exist. Every year, these sects must offer a tribute of resources to their kingdom. The sects are vassals to the kingdoms are vassals to the dynasty, and the dynasty answers to even greater powers. The entire world is layered like a pyramid. In the Qi dynasty, the capital of Lu Kingdom is an immense center of commerce and culture. Here, grand palaces rise among endless rows of buildings. Inside a tavern, a group of martial artists burst in, shouting, "Innkeeper, 10 jars of your finest 7-star wine." The innkeeper hurried to reply, "Right away. Esteemed guests, please come in." A young man in a straw hat, his face half hidden, sat drinking alone in a corner, glancing outside. He observed as Yang Jian sat down, saying anxiously, "I wonder when young Master Fang will be back. The day he returns." Double quotes. ... is the day Lu Jinjian, the king of Lu, will die. With the human king dead, the Fang clan and the Flying Serpent sect have a deal. "We'll get 1/10 of his fortune. We'll be rich," he said, picking up his chopsticks. "But I heard the human king still has an heir somewhere out there. What if that brat gets a foolish idea and comes for revenge against grunts like us?" Zhu Mo scoffed. "What's there to fear? 5 years ago, Lu Chun was a spoiled 80. All he knew was pleasure. He never cultivated. Even at 58, he'd be nothing but trash, let alone seek revenge." Yang Jian laughed and added, "True. He probably ran into some beasts or bandits out there. His bones have long turned to dust, and the grass on his grave is probably overgrown." "Ha ha!" Hearing this, Lu Chun set his cup down, his voice low. "You too. Lu Zhenjiang is, after all, the ruler of the Liu Kingdom. Here you are, in his capital, right under his nose, openly plotting his demise. Isn't that a bit audacious?" Zhu Mo shouted back, "Kid, judging by your clothes, you're not from around here, are you? Let me tell you something everyone here knows. This kingdom may be ruled by the Lu clan now, but in less than 3 days, it will have a new master. The future of Lu Kingdom belongs to General Fang." Lu Chun let out a cold laugh. "How interesting! Are those your words? Or the words of the traitorous rebel, Fang Chen?" His words stunned everyone present. Zhu Mo roared, "Insolence! You dare speak the general's full name?" Lu Chun sneered, pointing at them. "You act just like a loyal dog guarding the Fang clan's gate." Zhu Mo cursed in fury. "Damn it! This kid has a death wish!" He threw a vicious punch, roaring, "You're courting death." Lu Chun instantly raised a hand to block. "So weak, yet so arrogant. Killing anyone who displeases you." Suddenly, he grabbed Zhu Mo's right arm and snapped it. The limb flew into the air as blood sprayed. He said coldly, "Consider a broken arm a lesson." Yang Jian rushed forward to shield his friend, roaring in anger. "Audacious! You dare harm a disciple of my Flying Serpent sect. Get him. Avenge our brother." The 4 men charged forward at once. "A bunch of clowns," Lu Chun said. His sword flashed from its sheath in a blur of deadly strikes. In an instant, his foes were down, and his blade was sheathed again. Lu Chun slung the sword onto his back and walked out of the tavern. He pulled his hat low, sighing softly. "Time to head to the palace and check on my old man." However, the palace was eerily silent. The security was tight. A guard at the gate spotted Lu Chun and called out, "Who goes there?" "This is the royal palace, a restricted area. If you lack an invitation, turn back now." He took off his straw hat, a hint of complaint in his voice. "Come on, really? I'm only gone for 5 years, and nobody recognizes me." The soldiers' faces lit up with joy. You are His Highness. Lu Chun, it truly is you. The prince has returned." He cleaned his ear. All right. Look at you all. Making such a scene in the middle of the night, you'll wake the entire city." General Li quickly cupped his fist and bowed. He reported in a low voice, "Your Highness, The situation in the capital is very complicated. Perhaps you should leave first to avoid the coming storm. Lu Chun chuckled. Leave? I crossed an entire region to come back, and you tell me to leave. Am I not even allowed to see my old man's face? General Li's expression changed. You are right, Your Highness. Since you have returned, please come inside. He immediately led Lu Chun in. Your Highness, this way. Is my old man dead yet? Lu Chun asked. The general stammered, Your Highness, the human king was poisoned. He drifts in and out of consciousness, ... But it's not that dire. Lu Chun blurted out, so he's not dead. Good! He can still be saved. General Li broke into a cold sweat. Your Highness. Jests. We have arrived. He pushed open the door to a large room and called out, Master Mo, look, who has returned? A white-haired elder stared at him intently. You are Prince Lu Chun. The old man had a strange appearance. This was Mo Xing, a fourth-rank alchemist. Lu Chun smiled and greeted him. Master Mo, it's been 5 years. Have you been well? He walked to the bedside. He gazed at his father for a long moment, then said, Old man, you really let your guard down this time. Mo Xing clasped his hands. Your Highness, please forgive me. As a fourth-rank alchemist, ... I am powerless against this poison. To cure His Majesty, we need at least a 6th-rank divine dupe pill. Lu Chun handed him a small bottle. You mean this? Divine dupe pill. Master Mo chuckled. Yes, that's the one. 1 pill is enough to save His Majesty. He suddenly stuttered. This ... This is... Your Highness, where did you get so many 6th-rank divine dupe pills? He said impatiently. Stop asking questions and give them to the old man. Just then, a loud laugh echoed from the doorway. Ha ha ha! I heard Prince Lu Chun has returned. Let this old man come and see for himself. The state teacher of Lu Kingdom, Zhu Chan, walked in, a bizarre magical formation floating above his head. Zhu Chan smiled. Haha, Your Highness. 5 years have passed, yet you remain so youthful. Has life treated you well? Lu Chun replied softly. So it is, Elder Zuo. 5 years have passed. I wonder if your formation arts have broken through to the 6th level yet. The man replied, Your Highness, this old one is fortunate to have even reached the 5th level in this lifetime. A 6th-rank realm. A level I dare not even imagine. The old man sighed. But Your Highness, returning now is too dangerous. The king's life hangs by a thread, and chaos grips the city. Your identity is too dangerous. Mo Xing roared. You know nothing, old fool. The prince's return is perfectly timed. He held up a vial. Behold, divine dew pills to cure the king's poison. His Highness brought a whole bottle. ... This is incredible, old Zuo gasped. The divine dew pill. With this treasure, His Majesty's poison will vanish within days. Inside, his mind was racing. A 6th-grade elixir is a treasure, even in the Imperial Dynasty. A single pill is worth millions of spirit stones. What has Prince Lu Chun experienced these 5 years? The boy who once refused to cultivate now holds such power. Without another word, Old Mo administered the pill to the human king. As the dark aura faded from the king's face, he declared, The poison is purged. He will awaken within 3 days. A wave of relief washed over Lu Chun. The old man has pulled through this crisis. Old Mo, Old Zu, now, tell me everything that has happened. I want to know who dared to poison the human king himself. Meanwhile, at the sinister poison sect, a subordinate's report made Li He cry out, What did you say? That some brat single-handedly wiped out dozens of our disciples. The subordinate confirmed, Yes, Sect Master Li He. Our investigation revealed it was Prince Lu Chun. He killed our 31 disciples at that tavern. Hearing the name, Sect Master Zhang Kui spoke up. Lu Chun, Lu Gingangs. heir. The one who shunned cultivation and vanished 5 years ago, and now he's back. The flying serpent sect master. Li Hei sneered. Wasn't that brat just a piece of trash who refused to cultivate? A weakling returns after 5 years and slaughters 30 of our experts. It seems he spent his absence training. Such skill makes him a genius. But the Lu Kingdom's general, Fang Changlin, cut in. Enough. Enough of this nonsense. A genius, you say. An unblossomed genius is no different from trash. He's just another life waiting to be reaped. Li Hei agreed. Exactly. Besides, General Fang already poisoned the king with fire scorpion venom. Lu Zhenzhen will be dead within 3 days. Tops. His return is meaningless. All we have to do is sit back and watch them squirm. Ha 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 ha. General Fang stared at the map. Our grand plan is nearly complete. Once the Lu King dies, the entire Lu Kingdom will be mine. Meanwhile, back in the palace, Mo Xing and Zuho Qiuqin finished briefing Lu Chun. So, Lu Chun concluded, this is all the work of those 5 nascent soul experts. We are helpless. His Majesty is our only King Realm warrior. With him grievously injured, no one can suppress them. Just then, Lu Chun presented something to the Grand Tutor. Old Zua, take this 7 absolutes sword formation. Set it up around the palace. For every one of those nascent soul trash that enters, one will die. What? Zuo Qiuqin exclaimed. A 5th-rank slaughter formation. The 7 absolutes sword formation. Even the Imperial Dynasty lacks such a high-grade array. He then tossed a large vial to General Li. I have over 1,000 marrow cleansing pills. Give them to the royal guards to use freely. From now on, I'll supply all breakthrough pills for guards under the King Realm. Overjoyed, he replied. Thank you, Your Highness. Long live the prince. Mo Xing then asked, Your Highness, what did you experience all these years? How did you acquire such legendary treasures? Seeing him turn to leave, old Zuo called out, Your Highness, where are you going? You mustn't be reckless. Lu Chun's reply was ice cold. Now, I'm going hunting. From behind, the general yelled, Your Highness, be careful. Stepping out of the palace, Lu Chun thought, it's hardly hell out here. What's to fear? In 5 years, what danger haven't I faced? I was once hunted by a human emperor for 10 days and nights, and I'm still standing. The shadows on the rooftops stirred. It's Lu Chun. Follow him. He's left the palace. Find a quiet spot and eliminate him. But their movements didn't escape his notice. They're tailing me. Lu Chun promptly ducked into a narrow alley. The signal came. Targets in the alley. Move in and finish him. They immediately gave chase, but in just the blink of an eye, Lu Chun had vanished without a trace. Where is he? Where did he go? The assassins began to panic. How can he be gone from this alley? The leader roared, Damn it. It's a trap. To the rooftops. Scour the area. They leaped into the air, fanning out in all directions to search. Standing below, Lu Chun smirked. Tell me, you've got no chance. My disguise art is at its peak. I can transform in a heartbeat. No one below the King Realm can see through it. He dropped the disguise. Now that I've lost these pawns, it's time for the main event. The 7 absolute slaughter formation is set, waiting for those nascent soul fools to walk into their graves. First, I'll kill their heirs. That should make them furious enough to march to the palace and seek their doom. First target, Li Hao, son of the Flying Serpent Sect Master, a no-lecher. He spends 9 out of 10 days wasting his life away. He's the weakest target, merely at the initial stage of ki condensation. All those years spent in pleasure houses have left his martial path in ruins. Pathetically weak. As expected, Lu Chun's work was swift and clean. Just as he left, a girl entered. Young Master Li. It's almost noon. It's time for your meal. Suddenly, her face drained of color. She collapsed to the floor, screaming, Young Master Li. Murder! Someone's been murdered! Li Hao lay in a pool of blood, his life force gone. Target 1. Eliminated. Next stop. The Black Horn Arena, the capital's most infamous fighting pit. The beast's cage was forged from bone and rotting flesh. While the son of the Faisha sect master enjoyed flowers and wine, the second target was the complete opposite. Zhang Wei, son of the Yin-Du sect master, was a martial arts fanatic, immune to the charms of women. Right now, at the Black Horn Arena, Zhang Wei stood on the stage amidst thunderous roars from the crowd. Go, young master Zhang. Go, young master Zhang. On the sidelines, several powerful figures watched the fight. I hear King Lu Zhenjiang is on his deathbed. One of them remarked. Holding his teacup, Elder Wu Yan spoke calmly. The royal palace's rank 5 spirit formation has not been breached. The 6th king's condition is unknown, but the 4 great nascent souls have already attacked the formation. The 6th king hasn't appeared for months. Perhaps the rumors of his grave injuries are true, but this has nothing to do with me. As long as they don't interfere with my Black Jiaolong arena, I don't care who sits on the throne. Meanwhile, Lu Chun used a disguise technique, posing as a lowly servant. He observed his as expected. Zhang Wei was dueling someone in the Black Jiaolong arena. Even better, Nihua was here as well. It seems I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, saving me a trip. This Nihua is the son of the nascent soul expert, Ni, and Ni Wuming is also one of the traitors. Nihua slowly rose and spoke. Young Master Zhang, your physique has grown stronger again. Congratulations! Zhang Wei laughed heartily. You flatter me. Care to come down for a match? Nihua replied, I'll pass. I was just about to find Li Hao at the Hualu for a meal. Just then, Lu Chun stepped forward, his voice loud and clear. My apologies, but I'm afraid you two won't have the chance to meet Li Hao for a meal. Nihua was slightly surprised. Ha! Aren't you just a servant here? You dare speak to us like that? Lu Chun wasted no more words. Channeling his energy, he threw a punch and charged forward. Nihua felt the aura and his heart trembled. This killing intent. What a terrifying killing intent! How could a mere boy possess such power? He immediately moved to block the attack. The 2 forces collided, creating a massive shockwave and a blood-curdling scream. Arg Ni. Wa's bones shattered in an instant. Lu Chun dropped his disguise, revealing his true face. He spoke coldly. 5 years, and you pieces of trash haven't improved at all. Zhang Wei was stunned. You... You're Lu Chun. That waste from back then dares to challenge me. He burst into laughter. Ha ha ha. You are so dead. Zhang Wei immediately channeled his power. With a loud roar, a cloud of poisonous qi rushed towards his opponent. Lu Chun showed no fear as a bright light flashed. He rushed forward, closing the distance instantly and grabbing Zhang Wei by the throat. The man couldn't believe it. How is this possible? Lu Chun smirked. You know nothing about true power. You're nothing but a self-righteous fool. He suddenly tightened his grip, snapping Zhang Wei's neck. A twisted smile appeared on his face. I will exterminate all of them. So don't worry, they'll be joining you down below soon enough. Everyone in the arena was horrified. What? Who is this person? How arrogant to kill a nascent soul's descendant just like that. Does he not fear death? Lu Chun just snorted. He then appeared before the gate of another great clan, whispering softly, Let's continue. At that moment, the Yin Poison sect master, Zhang Kui, was in a meeting when a subordinate rushed in. Sect master, we have urgent news. Urgent news, he yelled. What happened that has you in such a panic? Where are your manners? The subordinate answered, trembling. The young master is dead. Young Master Zhang Wei was killed by Lu Chun at the Black Jiaolong arena. And ... and not just the young master Nihua was also killed by Lu Chun. Countless people witnessed it. Zhang Kui erupted in fury. Treason! That brat actually dared. Immediately after, a flood of bad news arrived. Lord Lihei. Terrible news. The young master was killed at the Hualu. The Qing clan head was filled with grief. All 3 young masters of my Qing clan were murdered inside our own estate. Everyone was shaken to their core, seething with rage. How could this be? Lihei roared. That bastard! He killed the children of all 4 of our families in a single day. If we don't avenge this, we are unworthy of being fathers. The Qing clan had declared, I will find that brat Lu Chun and make him pay. Several figures immediately flew towards the royal palace. They prepared to join forces and break the formation, vowing to kill Lu Chun on sight. Soon, they arrived outside the palace's protective barrier. Zhang Kui bellowed, Lu Chun, get out here and face your death. Lu Chun emerged with Elder Zua and Elder Mo. He spoke casually, Oh, you got here quickly. Zhang Kui roared in fury, You little animal. Was it you who killed my son? Lu Chun replied, That's right. It was me. Your children were too weak. Like trash. They couldn't even handle a single move from me. I'm standing right here. If you have the guts, then come and kill me. Ha ha ha. Veins bulged on Zhang Kui's forehead as he raged. You just wait, Lu Chun. Once this formation is broken, I will personally end you. He signaled the other 3. Everyone, with all your power, shatter this useless turtle shell. The 4 of them combined their strength, relentlessly striking the formation. Moments later, the barrier shattered. Zhang Kui laughed maniacally. Ha ha! The turtle shell is broken. Let's see how arrogant you are now. He immediately charged towards Lu Chun, yelling, Die! Lu Chun's eyes blazed crimson. He clasped his hands and channeled his power. In an instant, a sword of peerless might appeared before him. Countless sword phantoms filled the sky. Zhang Kui screamed in terror. A sword formation! How can there be a sword formation here? Without a word, Lu Chun pointed his hand, and the swords shot forward. Before Zhang Kui could even react, he was pierced by countless sharp blades. Lihei was petrified with fear. What kind of sword formation is this? It can instantly kill an Ascent Soul expert. Just then, Lu Chun pointed towards them. Next, it's your turn. Lihei and his allies screamed, Your Highness, spare us! We were wrong. We won't dare to conspire with the great general again. Your Highness, please have mercy. A rain of sharp swords pierced through their bodies. Lu Chun sneered. Now you want to beg for forgiveness? Their agonizing screams echoed in the air. Then, suddenly, silence. He spoke coldly. It's too late! The next day, inside the royal palace, the 6th king awoke, coughing lightly. Mo Shinkong exclaimed with joy, Your Majesty, you're awake. The 6th king turned his head. Elder Mo, how long was I unconscious? Much of the poison in my body has been cleared. Elder Mo, what did you do? Mo Shinkong laughed. This old servant doesn't have such skills. It was His Highness. He has returned. He's the one who brought back the Luckin pill to cure you. Lu Chun stood at the door with a nonchalant look. So the old man is awake. The 6th king sat up and snorted coldly. You rotten brat. Didn't you run away from home? You still know the way back. He picked his ear and replied, I had no choice. If I didn't return, a certain someone was about to be overthrown. You spent years forcing me to train. You said cultivation would strengthen my body, protect my family and country, extend my life, and defend my people. You even said a good-for-nothing like me would eventually lead the Lu kingdom to ruin. But look at yourself. You train every single day, and didn't the Lu kingdom almost fall anyway? At these words, the king was speechless with fury, his rage boiling as he spat through gritted teeth. But before he could finish, Lu Chun cut him off. You what? I thought in 5 years you'd have achieved something. Father, I assumed you had already dealt with the Prime Minister. I was ready to inherit the kingdom, only to find you've been framed. If I hadn't returned, the Fang family would have already seized the Lu nation. If grandfather knew you were such a disgrace, he'd rise from his coffin to spank you for 18 years. Suddenly, the victim had become the family's greatest disappointment. Enraged, he leaped from bed, ready to strike his insolent son. Old Mo quickly rushed to hold him back. Lu Chun thought, "This old man lectured me every single day. My ears were practically bleeding. Now, it's my turn to teach him a lesson." The scene shifts, rewinding 18 years to Earth. I died from overworking, only to be reborn in the Lu Royal Palace. After reincarnating, I didn't pursue cultivation like some power-hungry protagonist. Instead, I chose a life of leisure, earning myself the title of trash. The main reason was simple. I was reborn as the only son of the Lu Kingdom's monarch. I was born at the finish line, so why should I struggle? Why cultivate? Training too hard might lead to another sudden death. As a result, that old man forced me to cultivate daily, spewing endless stock. By the time I turned 18, I had finally reached my limit. So, the first fled the royal city. After my escape, I thought I could finally live a relaxed and effortless life. But 5 gorgeous female masters fell from the sky, insisting I was a one-cinemillennium genius, and dragged me back into cultivation. My first master, Su Yingxia, Lord of the Sacred Domain, was overbearing, incredibly powerful, and had countless suitors. She'd often say, "Disciple, take this money and these artifacts. To your master, they're nothing more than mere toys." More importantly, she was the richest woman in the sacred domain. Second master, Yao Shi, ruler of the desolate domains, Jade Pool Holy Land, was cold and majestic. She often told me, "Cultivate your techniques diligently and protect your junior sister." But the moment we met, my junior sister sweetly greeted me. "Hello, senior brother." I realized my second master was cold on the outside but warm on the inside, giving me both techniques and a cute junior sister. Third master, Empress Ro of the Empress Domain, was a cold beauty. She was strict, precise with her words, and incredibly serious. She'd always say, "No slacking, train harder," and used bizarre methods to force my practice. A truly cunning woman. Fourth master, Hua Dai, head of the Profound Domains Pill Alliance and the #1 alchemist, would often say with a smile, He'll have to help me test pills again next time." Fifth master, Jian Qingyan, the #1 artifact refiner, would always ask, "Disciple, I forged this artifact just for you. How does it feel?" Lu Chun looked at the mountain of resources before him and let out a sigh. I just wanted to be a second-generation royal and live a simple, ordinary life. This must be the burden all wealthy people face. In the royal palace, an enraged roar echoed. That rebellious brat. The king slammed his fist on his chair. Mo Xingkong cupped his hands and spoke. "Your Majesty, please calm down. You reap what you sow!" Your initial harshness left a deep mark on the prince. Lu Zhenjiang sighed deeply. "Let it go. Tell me, what did that rebellious son of mine do while I was unconscious?" Old Mo began to recount the events. "It happened like this. After you fell into a coma, the story continued until night fell. The king's teacup crashed to the floor as he gasped in disbelief. What? A 6th grade spirit revealing pill. He reached the peak of the marrow cleansing realm in 5 years, and he gave the Imperial Guard 3,000 marrow cleansing pills, 500 transcendent pills, and 200 origin spirit pills." Old Mo confirmed, "Your Majesty, that is correct." Lu Zhenjiang was baffled. "Why does it feel like he's wealthier than I am? A king?" he exclaimed in shock. He even managed to kill the descendants of those traitors and set up a 5th-level killing formation. He slaughtered 4 experts at the origin spirit realm in 5 years. What in the world did that brat go through? Suddenly, a violent tremor shook the palace from outside as a blinding pillar of light shot into the sky. Mo Xingkong guessed, "This aura. Could the prince be having a breakthrough?" The tremor originated from the eastern palace. Lu Chun was cultivating, his aura immense. He suddenly rose, his internal energy erupting. A faint, golden membrane of energy enveloped his body. Lu Chun remarked, "Ah, this is now the 9th time I've experienced the power and ability of a transcendent life form. The cultivation world is divided into body tempering, ki condensation, marrow cleansing, and transcendent. Then origin spirit, king, emperor, saint, saint lord, and saint king, for a total of 10 realms. And I have just broken through from the peak of marrow cleansing to the transcendent realm. What kind of demonic technique is this 9 arts heavenly manual my first master gave me? Lu Chun unleashed a stream of sword ki and abruptly stabbed his own chest. This technique required him to repeatedly break through to the transcendent realm, only to shatter his own cultivation. And he had to do it 9 consecutive times. But this was the 9th time. He placed a pill in his mouth. He then sat down to heal his wounds with a flawless pill. The 9 self-destructions were finally complete. He would never have to shatter his foundation again. 3 days later, Lu Chun opened his door to find Mo Xingkong and Zhu Chan waiting outside. They both exclaimed in unison, "Congratulations, Your Highness, on reaching the transcendent realm." Old Zuo, your congratulations are premature. I did not break through. I am still at the peak of marrow cleansing. Old Zuo said, "A few days ago, your breakthrough absorbed all the spirit ki within 10 miles. How could such a massive event not be a breakthrough?" He replied, half-jokingly, "I did successfully break through at that moment, but then I shattered my own foundation, falling from the transcendent realm. Now I am back at the peak of marrow cleansing. But with each self-destruction, my accumulated talent increases, allowing me to approach the infinite potential of an ancient, transcendent being. Transcendent life is not merely a realm, it is a new definition of existence. The vital energy in my temples, Qi, and other core points is now surging with life force." Lu Chun spread his arms to the heavens. Boundless lifeblood surged. His very being This, he declared, is what it means to be a transcendent being. A transcendent life is evolution itself, not merely a stage of power. After all, the last time I severed my cultivation, I slaughtered transcendent experts as if they were nothing. Hearing this, Lu Jinggang strode forward, his face a mask of solemnity. "What happened to you these past 5 years?" Lu Chun simply replied, "I joined a sect. That's all." His mind drifted to his great master, Su Ying. She had produced an array flag, declaring, "I rule an entire realm, with countless saint-level formation masters under my command. These pathetic 50-year formations, I can craft 1,000 of them in a single day. It's child's play. Here, take these trinkets." Lu Chun accepted them at once, saying with deep respect, "Truly worthy of the great master, to produce so many 5th-tier array flags with such ease." Master Su shot back, "Are these scraps enough to satisfy you?" She seized him by the collar, her voice sharp. "Remember this. Only after you have severed your transcendent Tao foundation 9 times, and truly become a transcendent being, can you seek out Jiashi for the body cultivation arts?" Lu Chun hastily agreed. "Yes, of course. Great master, I will obey your every word." He then turned to King Lu. "It's a sect of unimaginable power. Even one of their gatekeepers could defeat you, Your Majesty." The words struck Lu Jinggen like lightning. Veins throbbed on his forehead as murderous intent flared in his eyes. Suddenly, a terrifying pressure warped the very air. King Lu was stunned. This suffocating aura felt like a mountain of ice crushing the entire royal capital. This is the will of a King Realm master. A true powerhouse has descended upon the Lu kingdom. From the sky above, a voice echoed slowly. "My kingly will blankets this city. The opponent must have sensed my presence." Elder Xiatian of the Profound Thunder Sect spoke. "It matters not if Lu Zhenjiang is dead or alive. From this day forward, the Lu kingdom belongs to your father. I have some influence in Qihong City. Once your father's business is settled, you must rid yourself of all distractions and focus solely on your cultivation." Fang Dong replied, "Thank you for your guidance. Master, this disciple will heed your words." Beside him, Fang Changlin exclaimed, Excellent! Excellent! My son, you must train diligently under Elder Xia Tian to repay this immense debt of gratitude. Xia Tian's voice boomed. King of the Lu Kingdom, Lu Jinjing, show yourself at once. Lu Chun replied with clear annoyance. What's with all the shouting? You're being too loud. Don't you know it's rude to be so noisy this early? Xia Tian was taken aback. Where did this little punk crawl out from? Who are you to speak? Fetch King Lu for me now, Olmo stated. His Majesty is occupied with state affairs and has no time for you. The profound Thunder Sect elder roared. A pathetic origin, core, cultivator. Who gave you the nerve to speak to me that way? Are you courting death? Two beams of spiritual light, fine as silk threads, shot from the elder's eyes, piercing directly toward Old Mo's gaze. Motion Kong instantly recognized the technique soul piercing, a mental assault. Seeing the agony on Old Mo's face, Lu Chun produced a metal ring, the Iron Finger Tiger, adorned with a tiny skull, and severed the spiritual attack. He then declared loudly, a so-called King Realm Master Bullion and Origin Core Cultivator, abusing your power in front of everyone. You truly have no shame. Xia Tian's eyes widened in shock. That Iron Finger Tiger in your hand. To think it's a treasure, capable of shattering my spiritual attack. How could a nobody like you possess such a rare artifact? Lu Chun turned to Old Mo and said, Don't be so inhospitable. They are, after all, esteemed guests of the palace. Prepare some tea and invite our special guests inside. Motion Kong replied, As you command, Your Highness. This servant will see to it at once. A flicker of rage crossed Xia Tian's face. He fumed internally. How dare these two fools ignore me? He turned to his disciples. Wait here. I'll go see what this brat is made of. Fang Changlin thought. Good. Let him probe the city's defensive formations. The elder stepped from his lotus platform, his voice booming. Since you've offered an invitation, it would be rude of me to refuse, wouldn't it? This was the moment Lu Chun had been waiting for. With a wave of his hand, he unleashed the 7 Absolutes sword formation. A raging storm of spectral blades screamed toward Xia Tian. The elder's confidence faltered. It really is the 7 Absolutes sword formation. How could a minor kingdom possess such a deadly killing array? Xia Tian instantly threw up a protective barrier. He declared, the 7 Absolutes sword formation. An impressive technique. Indeed. But if you think this is enough to face me head, you are hopelessly naive. With a flick of his finger, Xia Tian shattered the blades. His expression darkened. This pathetic illusion of yours. Allow me to shatter it completely. Lu Chun just laughed coldly. A single 5th-year 7 Absolutes formation can't trap you. I'm well aware of that. But while it can't trap you, it can drive you insane. Lu Chun channeled his energy, producing countless more array flags. He taunted him loudly. Breaking 1 is easy, isn't it? Let's see you break 10. And after 10, I'll give you 100. After 100, 1,000, then 10,000. I can do this all day. Hearing this, Xia Tian's face went pale with horror. Impossible. A single set of this formation costs hundreds of millions of spirit stones. How can a backwater kingdom like this possess so many? Lu Chun unleashed formation after formation, the flags trapping the elder completely. He sneered. Just look at the face on that poor old man. It's only a few thousand 50-year formation sets. I suppose this is what they call a rich man's burden. This amount of money is nothing to me. The elder of the profound Thunder Sect absolutely lost it. He roared. You damn brat! Let's see just how many you've got. The chaotic battle raged on for 4 long hours. Xia Tian desperately defended against the endless onslaught of formations, his energy rapidly depleting. He gasped for air. Damn it all. ... Huff. In this brat's hands, just how many array flags does he possess? Could he really have thousands, even tens of thousands of them? Meanwhile, Lu Chun was lounging on a chair, casually basking in the sun. He called out, "What's wrong? Don't stop now. Or are you about to collapse? If you can't take it anymore, just say the words. Lu Chun is the most handsome man alive. You are number one under the heavens. Apologize sincerely, and I might just be merciful enough to spare you." "Hearing this," Fang Dong bellowed, "Lu Chun, how dare you insult my master? Are you seeking death?" Lu Chun casually addressed Xie Tian. "Fang Dong is your disciple, correct? While you suffer in here, he's just standing outside flapping his gums. What's the point of having a disciple who just watches you suffer?" Fang Dong roared. "You treacherous villain, Lu Chun. Don't even think about trying to drive a wedge between us. I respect my master with all my heart. I would walk through a sea of fire for him." Lu Chun simply replied, "Then go ahead. The sea of fire awaits. On behalf of your master, you will kneel kowtow 100 times, and hail me as the handsome Lord Lu Chun. Do that, and perhaps I'll let him go. My demand isn't much, just 100 times." Fang Dong seethed with rage. "Lu Chun, you vile cur, you've gone too far." Lu Chun merely smirked. "Such empty words. You claim you'd walk through fire for your master, yet you can't even handle this small request. If I were your master, I'd cast out a disloyal disciple like you." Fang Dong stormed into the courtyard. "Silence. Say no more." "I'll do it." He dropped to his knees. 100 kowtows. "Is that it?" "For my master, I'll do anything. I'll begin right now." Lu Chun ordered his subordinate, "Have the imperial kitchen prepare a feast. I want to eat and drink my fill while I watch this traitor's son beg. Only then will it be satisfying." Fang Dong began to shout, "Lord Lu Chun is the most handsome. Lord Lu Chun is the most handsome. Lord Lu Chun is the most handsome." Lu Chun counted slowly. 22, 23, 24. Suddenly, he barked, "Fang Dong, why is your voice so weak? Haven't you eaten? Shout louder for me, with sincerity. I can't hear you." Fang Dong gritted his teeth. "Damn you, this is too much." Still, he didn't dare resist. Roaring with all his might, "Lord Lu Chun is the most handsome." The commoners outside could hear him. One wondered, ... what lunatic is screaming inside the palace? The person beside him guessed, "It sounds like Fang Dong. Did he get his head stuck in a door this morning?" Fang Dong looked up, his forehead covered in swollen welts. He pleaded, "Is this enough? I've kowtowed 100 times. Lu Chun, release my master now." Lu Chun waved a hand dismissively. "Your head isn't even broken. It shows a lack of sincerity." "Do it again," Fang Dong roared. "You dare go back on your word? I've kowtowed 100 times. Release my master." Lu Chun smiled. "Two common men. My word is my bond. But two traitors who bite the hand that feeds them, especially the son of an ungrateful wretch, promises mean nothing." An elder of the Zhuangli sect shouted, "Enough, all of you! Silence! I refuse to believe your formation flags are infinite. Old man, today I will tear you into 1,000 pieces." Lu Chun just shrugged. "Oh, then please, do try. These useless formations are taking up too much space in my storage ring. Please, help me get rid of them." Suddenly, a voice boomed from behind. It was King Lu. "Enough! This wasteful display is a disgrace. You prodigal son. Are the precious 5th grade formations meant for you to squander like this?" Lu Chen replied casually, "It's just a 5th grade formation. How much could it be worth?" He thought to himself, "Back then, my grandmaster threw piles of these at me, like toilet paper. This junk is worthless." Seeing his son's defiance, Lu Jinjiang raged. "You prodigal son, dispel the formation at once." Lu Chun casually twisted a jade pendant, muttering, "Fine, I'll dispel it. No need to be so fierce." The sword formation immediately vanished. King Lu stepped forward, his voice low. Elder Xia, you've come from afar. May I ask your purpose? The Zhuanli sect elder landed in the courtyard. Seeing Lu Zhengjing, he thought, so the old bastard wasn't dead. He deliberately hid, letting me get trapped in that formation for his amusement. Xia Tian snorted coldly. I am here today to deliver a grand imperial edict from His Majesty, the Key Emperor. He sneered internally. Lu Zhengjing, let's see how long you can smile. After this edict, you will surely die, and the Lu Kingdom will have a new name. Xia Tian produced a scroll, declaring, the imperial edict is unsealed. An immense pressure descended, shaking the very air. Brilliant light erupted as a projection of the Key Emperor appeared. Lu Zhengjing recognized it. This is the aura of His Majesty, the Key Emperor. It is his will, imbued in the edict. He knelt and clasped his hands. Greetings, Your Majesty. Xia Tian also knelt. Greetings, Your Majesty. The Key Emperor's majestic voice boomed. Lu Zhengjing, hear our decree. After careful consideration, we have decided to strip you of your royal title and pass the throne to. Just as he spoke, Lu Chen's voice cut in. This paper is very smooth, quite suitable for the latrine. Lu Zhengjing and Xia Tian, and even the Key Emperor's projection were utterly stunned. Lu Chun ignored their reactions, picking up the imperial edict to inspect it. I especially like this floral pattern. I'm taking this to the washroom now. The Emperor's projection roared with laughter. Ha ha! An ignorant brat who doesn't know his place. Insulting an imperial edict is a crime punishable by death. He gathered his energy for a strike. The king shouted, Chen, be careful! Retreat! But Lu Chun just scoffed. He swung his blade once, facing the Emperor's projection head-on. So this is the power of an Emperor's will. Hoppeth, the projection was sliced in two. The real Key Emperor roared in fury. Insolence, you dare destroy my spiritual projection. I will kill you. Lu Chun laughed. Haha, come and try, if you have the power. At that moment, over the Key Kingdom's palace, thunder cracked. The Key Emperor roared, Damn it, who dares use my imperial edict as toilet paper? Such audacity. His rage was terrifying. Summon the martial king to my presence. Now. The people outside felt that heaven-shaking power. They trembled. Who has angered the Key Emperor? A Grand Master sensed the terrifying rage and cried out, It was Prince Lu Chun. Disaster is coming. Dafu asked from the side. Must you be so scared, old monk? At worst, our Lu Kingdom will just rebel against the Key Kingdom. The master trembled. When an emperor is pleased, there is peace. When an emperor is angered, a million corpses fall. You do not understand their terrifying power. Thousands of years ago, the Key Emperor battled the Yuan Emperor. The aftershocks alone shattered an entire region. If the Key Emperor acts personally now, he could sink the Lu Kingdom in the time it takes an incense stick to burn. Then, our kingdom will fall, and countless people will become homeless. Back at the Lu Palace, seeing Lu Chun tear the edict, Xia Tian's voice was grim. HMPH, you little brat. Because of your stupidity, the Lu Kingdom is now doomed. Insulting the Key Emperor is a death sentence. The elder lunged forward to attack. Sinner Lu Chun, you will die. But the Lu King suddenly blocked the blow. His power sent Xia Tian crashing back. With a loud bang, the wall shattered. Xia Tian roared. Lu Zhengjing, are you insane? Ha ha. To protect this arrogant fool, you will sacrifice the entire Lu Kingdom. The Lu King's reply was like steel. So what? I'd like to see who dares to touch my son. The Zhuanli sect elder sneered. A son can be replaced, but a kingdom, once lost, is gone forever. Hand over Lu Chun to me. Let me take him to the Key Emperor for judgment. Then, perhaps, your life will be spared, and the Lu Kingdom will be saved. Lu Zhengjing spat on the ground. HMPH, to forsake one's own son. What kind of father is that? You call that being spared? Even if my body is broken and my kingdom falls, I will stain that emperor's robes with my blood. I would never become a dog like you. ... And lick his boots. Xietian roared. Stubborn fool, then enjoy being the last king of Lu. Seeing his father's powerful aura, Lu Chun reassured him. It's all right, father. It won't lead to our destruction. He's just a worthless human emperor. Hearing this, Fang Teng shouted. Lu Chun, cutcha, arrogant talk. You only got lucky finding some treasure in some ancient ruins. That's all. How dare you look down on the human emperor? A single glance from him could turn you to ash. Lu Chun retorted with annoyance. Forget the emperor's glance. Your own pig eyes can barely see. What gives you the right to make a scene here? He was choked with fury. HMP. I'll talk before your death. When the emperor arrives, you'll flee like a dog, he calmly replied. Flee? Why should I flee from a mere emperor realm cultivator? If my junior martial brothers heard about this, how could I ever show my face again? But Fang Teng stubbornly cursed in your dreams. Just kill yourself for everyone's sake. He let out a cold laugh. Suicide isn't out of the question, but I refuse to die that way. If I must fall, it will be as a warrior. Come, Fang Teng. A fair fight. No external powers, only our cultivation. If you have the skill, then strike me down. Let me have a warrior's death. Seeing his son's challenge, Lu Zhenjiang objected. The gap between you is an entire major realm. Even if you've killed transcendent masters before. Fang Teng is the #1 genius of Lu. He is not like those other masters. Lu Chun simply raised a single finger in reply. It's fine, father. Just watch me. He stepped forward confidently and declared, as for the #1 genius of Lu... After today, that title will no longer be his. Fang Teng cracked his knuckles loudly. He laughed. All right, I'll grant your wish. Don't be too grateful to me now. And? Hey, remember to use your full strength. You might live a moment longer. Before the words faded, a cold streak of light flashed past. Blood splattered before Fang Teng, coating Lu Chun's hand. He spoke coldly, with this meager skill. You expected me to use... my full strength. Xietian stared in absolute horror. What? Fang Teng's head was nearly cut off by a single sword strike. He screamed in agony. Lu Zhenjiang was completely astonished. This boy is terrifyingly strong. It's as if he is the transcendent one. While Fang Teng is merely at the marrow-cleansing realm, Fang Teng collapsed, blood pooling around him. Lu Chun stated, from the moment you two plotted treason. You should have known this day would come. This is your destiny. Feng Chunglin cried out in anguish. My son, my beloved son. He went berserk. With murderous fury in his eyes, he charged Lu Chun Arg. You beast! I'll kill you! Lu Zhenjiang stepped forward and roared. With me here, who can you possibly kill? Energy converged in his palm, radiating an immense and powerful aura. The Lu King declared. You're a mere nascent soul. Realm weak. Don't overestimate your own strength. The palm strike slammed into Feng Chonglin's chest, sending him flying through a thick wall. He coughed violently in pain. Cove. Knowing he was no match for the Lu King, Feng Changlin begged Xietian. Elder Xietian, kill Lu Chun. I beg you. Avenge Tengar. The Zhuanli sect elder coldly snapped. Silence. Feng Changlin was stunned. Xietian then addressed Lu Zheng. The human emperor cannot be humiliated. You will all face the key emperor's wrath. With that, the elder shot into the sky and vanished in an instant. Lu Chun sneered, that cornered old rat still talks big. Feng Changlin began to laugh like a madman. Ha, ha, begone, you coward. You were never worthy to be my son's master. He knelt by his son's corpse, his voice bitter. Tengar, it's my fault. My fate was unlucky. My planning was flawed. I am the one who dragged you into this. Suddenly, Fang Changlin placed a hand on his chest, discreetly gathering his inner power. Don't be lonely. Father is coming to join you. He slammed a palm into his own chest, shattering his own nascent soul. Fang Changlin struggled to speak. Cough, cough. Lu Chun. ... Lu Jin, you have angered the Emperor. He will hunt you down and make you wish for death. I will be waiting for you ... in hell. The Lu King calmly stepped forward and sighed. He reaped what he sowed. He could not be saved. Chen, let us return to the palace. Lu Chun glanced at the two corpses and chuckled softly. Hell, I hear it's too warm for my taste. You two enjoy your time down there. And with that, the rebellion in Lu was over. But the storm Lu Chun had brewed was far from over. Lu Jinjian suddenly exploded with rage, roaring. Look at this mess you've made. Did you plan to use the Key Emperor's decree as toilet paper? Impressive. Your guts are bigger than mine. You cannot imagine the Key Emperor's true power. After his outburst, his tone finally softened. You rebellious child. Follow me out of the Lu Kingdom, now. We'll find a remote village and hide. It is our only chance for survival. Lu Chun cheekily argued. Father, isn't he just some human emperor? Is there a need to be so afraid? You're in your prime. Where is your fighting spirit? Are you really satisfied with being a mere king? The Lu King was confused and asked, What are you trying to say? He slung an arm around his father's shoulders. Who cares about the Key Emperor? We'll just rebel. Then you'll become the Lu Emperor, and I'll be the prince. Now, isn't that a much better plan? Lu Jianjian sighed. Easier said than done. Son, do you want me dead? I am a mere king realm, and the emperor realm is an entire cultivation level above me. With what power could we possibly rebel? Lu Chen answered with absolute confidence. I have a plan. Father, stop worrying. Just declare war on that dog. At that moment, General Yi strode in. Your Highness, every royal guard in the palace consumed a marrow cleansing pill. Now, the entire force has ascended to the marrow cleansing realm. Most have even reached the transcendent realm, while the elite are on the verge of the primordial spirit realm. Lu Chun watched, his voice filled with admiration. The pills worked wonders, but this breakthrough is built on your years of dedication. General Li cupped his fists, replying humbly, Your Highness, you flatter us. Without your generous aid, Your Highness, I fear I would still be trapped at my bottleneck. Lu Chun casually ticked off his fingers. The market price for one pill is at least 2 million spirit stones. A high-quality one at auction could fetch 4 or 5 million, with 8,771 royal guards. The total cost was 16 billion. Lu Chun just laughed heartily. Haha, it's nothing but pocket change. Your growing power is what truly matters. Lu Jianjian instantly drew his sword and lunged forward. 16 billion is pocket change. You brat. By all 80 generations of your ancestors, I've never seen so much money in my life, and you just toss it away. You prodigal son, let this old man sever that wasteful hand of yours. Lu Chun broke out in a cold sweat, yelling, Father, old man, calm down. The situation is dire. Suddenly, he began rummaging through his robes. He muttered, I was so busy bragging, I forgot to give you the tool to deal with the Key Emperor. Then, he held an object out to his father. Found it. It's this. In that moment, Lu Jinjiang's anger vanished, replaced by a stunned expression as he stared at the object. To Lu Chun, these two books were more than just lifeless items. They held profound secrets. He presented them proudly, declaring, 2 Saint-level martial arts manuals. Master these, and fighting above your realm will be effortless. A trivial matter, like the mighty Key Emperor, will be easily settled, won't it? Hearing this, Lu Zhenjiang was stunned by the implication. What? Saint-level martial arts? He grabbed Lu Chen's shoulders, shaking him violently, his voice laced with utter disbelief. Brat, what'd you just say? Saint-level. Faced with his father's frantic state, Lu Chen could only offer a wry, helpless smile. He quickly shouted to calm him. Hey, old man, don't get excited. Stop using so much force. You're going to break my bones. The two of them argued, neither backing down. Lu Zhenjiang shot back. Stop spouting such nonsense. You kid, do you have any idea what saint level even means? The saint level is not a realm we can ever hope to touch. Hearing this, Lu Chen's playful expression vanished. He frowned, his gaze firm, as he said decisively, Father, can't you expand your horizons just a little? Come, I will show you. With that, they moved to an open field, taking positions on opposite ends, facing each other from afar. Lu Zhenjiang snorted, unconvinced. The Qi Emperor's wrath will bring other kings to my door. He might even dispatch a second-level King Realm expert. No matter how profound this technique of yours is, can it help an injured man like me face a second-level King Realm expert? Learning this is a waste of time. Hearing his father, he just smirked. Deal with a second-level King Realm. Master this, and killing one will be more than easy. As he spoke, he raised a single finger and began to gather power. Instantly, the sky darkened, and a furious wind began to howl. Whipping his long hair around him. The energy intensified, devouring all light in its path. Lu Chun whispered softly, Saint-level martial art. Star-shattering finger. Activate. As he spoke, he pointed forward. In an instant, a beam of light tore through the heavens, hurtling toward his fingertip. With one finger, I plucked the sun and moon and shattered the stars. With two hands, I opened the heavens and the earth. With a single move, Lu Chun summoned a meteor shower of light. They crashed into the open field, shaking the very foundations of the earth. Witnessing this spectacle firsthand, Lu Zhenjiang was utterly horrified. He could only marvel at the technique's power. A deafening blast erupted as a beam of light struck the ground behind Lu Chun, shattering the earth with terrifying force. Yet he didn't even flinch, showing no intention of dodging. He smiled at his father. So, father, what do you think of this technique? Lu Zhenjiang was rendered speechless by the display. He asked in astonishment, You haven't even reached the transcendent realm. How could you master such a profound art? What sect did you join? Hearing this, Lu Chun lifted his chin smugly. It is not I who is formidable, but my 5 beautiful masters. He walked over, draping an arm over his father's shoulders. Anyway, explaining all that is pointless. I will now impart this technique to you. Without another word, Lu Chun began teaching his father the star-shattering finger. A saint-level finger art. Its power was absolute. A single strike could shake the heavens and shatter the earth. He warned seriously. The star-shattering finger is powerful, but without the movement technique to match, it's useless for killing. The father and son immersed themselves in training, a deep silence falling over the field. It was the calm before the storm, a preparation for the brutal battle that loomed ahead. When their training finally ended, he turned back to look at his father. His eyes shone with pride, as if to say, You will be victorious in the coming fight. He turned, waving farewell to Lu Zhenjiang. Meanwhile, in the Qi Emperor's palace, A subordinate was prostrated on the floor, begging for his life. This worthless servant failed to protect the sacred edict, allowing the Lu monarch and his son to defile it. He kowtowed repeatedly, his head striking the floor so hard it began to crack. They even severed the human emperor's projection, disgracing your divine authority. This servant begs for punishment. Qihan paid him no mind, speaking with chilling coldness. So, this is the Lu kingdom. Qihan was a ticking time bomb, his rage building to a breaking point. He gave his command. The human emperor will not be insulted. Send word to the kings of the Xiang and Che kingdoms. Give them 7 days to annihilate the Lu kingdom. Qihan's eyes burned with hatred. In 7 days, I want the Lu king and his son kneeling at my palace gates, ready to atone with their lives. 3 days later, in the Lu kingdom, 2 figures descended slowly from the sky. Lu Chen pointed to the sky casually. Wow, they arrived quickly. Just as you predicted, Father. 2 King Realm experts. In stark contrast to his son's ease, Lu Zhenjiang's expression grew heavy. I haven't fully mastered those Saint-Level arts. My stamina will be depleted in less than 2 minutes. Lu Chun just let out a cold, mocking laugh. What's the matter? Scared you can't handle a couple of trash-tier cultivators? He added, with absolute arrogance. Don't worry. 2 minutes is more than enough to kill 10 of them. Victory was already in his grasp. Several figures soared through the sky, heading for the capital of the Lu kingdom. One of them spoke, Brother Shaw, we've arrived. Shangjia and Sha. Shuang glanced back at 3 pursuing figures, remarking, these 3 juniors, they're actually keeping pace with us. Impressive. As the trio drew nearer, Shangzi let out a cold, mocking laugh. Haha, not bad at all. A group of talented young masters. The next generation is truly fearsome, especially Shamu. To reach the early nascent soul realm at his age, he is truly worthy of his title as the prodigy of the Sha kingdom. Hearing such high praise, Shamu beamed with satisfaction. But Sha Zhuan just chuckled. Brother Xiang, you think too highly of the boy. The youth of your Xi'an kingdom are the truly formidable ones. Shang Nan and Shang Bei, trained directly under the sword. King, learning his profound arts. Soon, your kingdom will boast to new sword kings. Hearing this, Shang Bei and Shang Nan clasped their hands in gratitude. Shang Nan then turned to Shamu with a smirk. Brother Shamu, you'll have to let my brother and I kill a few extra this time to sharpen our blades. Shamu just laughed. Likewise, seeing the group just hovering in the sky, Lu Chun lost his patience. Hey, old men up there, he taunted. Are you just going to float there and boast for the whole city to see? Have you no shame at all? Lu Chun's words reached them. Xiangzi glanced down with pure contempt, his voice dripping with provocation. A mere peak, marrow-cleansing realm cultivator dares to speak so brazenly to me. Lu Zhangge, your kingdom must be desperate for warriors. Tell Lu Zhenjiang to come out and face me, or is he still bedridden from my poison? Responding to the taunt, Lu Zhenjiang stepped forward with composure. His powerful laughter boomed through the air. Ha ha! Shang, Shaw, listen to you, having the time of your life. His expression was a clear challenge, as if the poison was nothing more than a child's toy. Did you miss me this much? So I came out to greet you. Seeing Lu Zhenjiang emerge completely unscathed and radiating health, Shang Jia knew his scheme had crumbled. He clenched his jaw, his face twisting into a dark scowl. What? He's perfectly fine. He actually neutralized the poison. How is this possible? He quickly regained his imposing aura, certain of his ultimate victory. But it matters not. Lu Zhenjiang, your life ends today. Kill yourself now. Or when we strike, there won't even be a body to bury. Hearing this, Lu Zhenjiang's expression turned grim. His gaze was like steel. Why do we cultivate? For eternal life. For freedom. As he spoke, a powerful aura exploded from him. He showed no fear in the face of their threats. His eyes locked onto Xing. An emperor orders me to die, and I should obey. Then what is the point of this cultivation path? Have you all become someone else's attack dogs? My son was right. You are a mere emperor realm cultivator. What is there to fear? Watching from the side, Sha Mu sneered. How ridiculous! A pathetic king realm daring to defy an emperor. Do you have any idea what awaits you? And you call yourself a cultivator. Pathetic. Lu Zhenjiang found the boy's arrogance utterly laughable. Before those words were even spoken, he saw the boy as less than nothing. A mere nascent soul brat, barking before a king realm expert. In a flash, an illusionary hand seized Sha Mu. In that moment, Lu Jinzhen was a titan, his eyes blazing with spiritual power. It felt as if he could be crushed into dust at any second. Do you know what the outcome will be? The attack sent Sha Mu's soul scattering in terror. He couldn't comprehend how he'd been so utterly dominated. Suddenly, a hand grabbed him, yanking him free from the mental assault. It was like being pulled back from the abyss of death. In that same instant, Sha Xuan roared, "Muir, wake up, Lu Jinzhen. You coward. You dare use a spiritual attack on a junior." Sha Mu, drenched in a cold sweat, stammered in terror. "Father." Seeing his son humiliated, Sha Xuan's rage boiled over. He immediately accused Lu Zhengang of fighting without honor. "Lu Zhang, we haven't even clashed, yet you resort to bullying a junior. What kind of warrior are you? Let's find a real battlefield for this deathmatch." With that, they descended, heading straight for Lu Chun. Sha Mu immediately confronted him. "HMPH. Saw your Lu Jinzhen's son." The direct approach caught Lu Chun off guard, but in less than a second, his composure returned. "What of it? Like father, like son," he replied nonchalantly, but his opponent gave him no time to think. Sha Mu lunged forward, swinging a powerful fist. His face was a mask of arrogance. "Without your father to protect you, you're nothing but trash. Die." Seeing the incoming attack, Lu Chun just laughed. "Whoa there. Isn't this a little hypocritical? Your father was just lecturing mine about bullying the younger generation. And now look at you." But his words had no effect. Sha Mu's fist continued its path, aimed to kill him in a single blow. "I don't care. I just want you dead." Lu Chun didn't even bother to dodge, continuing his mockery. "Ooh, such a lawless brat. I'm so scared." But as the fist closed in, it stopped. It couldn't touch a single hair on his head. A ring of spectral swords had appeared, forming an impenetrable barrier. Realizing the tables had turned, Sha Mu's face hardened. "What? A sword array!" Before he could react, countless blades under Lu Chun's command aimed directly at him. Hungry for blood. 7 absolutes, sword formation, ... activate. With a wave of Lu Chun's hand, the blades shot forward. A blur of motion too fast for the eye to follow, leaving Sha Mu frozen in place. Sha Mu looked like a caged beast, his face pale with fury. Veins throbbed on his temples as he ground his teeth, his eyes bloodshot. "The 7 absolutes, sword formation," he roared. "How could a barren backwater kingdom like yours possess such an array? Release me now, or when my father returns, he will slaughter you." At his words, Lu Chun merely smirked, showing no trace of fear. He waved his 2 subordinates away and replied calmly, "Whether your father can even return is the real question. You two, go inside and play with young Master Mu. For now, you will be a human training dummy for my men. Time to practice our techniques, shall we?" Lu Chun's taunt only fueled Samek's burning rage. His eyes blazed with venom as he spat through clenched teeth. "You beast! How dare you?" Suddenly, a cold voice emerged from behind Lu Chun. "That's enough," it commanded arrogantly. "Release Brother Mu. Try any more tricks, and I'll cut you into 10,000 pieces." Lu Chun didn't even bother turning around. He replied with casual disdain, "You order me to release him? And what about my honor?" Hearing this, the newcomer sneered. "Such ignorance. In that case, you can die." A colossal power erupted from his very being. He raised a long sword that shimmered with golden light, his battle aura soaring as he prepared to strike. "Allow me to introduce myself. I am Shang Nen, disciple of the Sword King, and I have mastered his ultimate technique, the 1,000 Autumns, sword art." A mysterious crimson aura pulsed from him, spreading through the air. It surged like a tide, ready to devour everything. Countless ethereal swords materialized around him, all aimed at Lu Chun, awaiting the command to strike. He declared, "Cultivated to its peak, This art can summon 108 streams of sword ki. With that, he charged forward, but Lu Chun's eyes remained unwavering, without a hint of fear. To him, this enemy was nothing more than an insect. At Xiang Nan's command, the swords shrieked through the air like crimson lightning, tearing space itself. Die beneath the 24 sword streams I have painstakingly refined. It took me 15 years to master this. It is your honor. Faced with the ferocious attack, Lu Chun didn't even flinch. He simply stood his ground. His expression was calm, a contemptuous smirk playing on his lips as he slowly replied, 15 years. For a mere 24 streams. How truly pathetic. In an instant, a terrifying power exploded from Lu Chun, engulfing him in a blazing inferno. The searing heat warped the air, threatening to vaporize the incoming blades. Not to be outdone, Lu Chun calmly summoned his own swords. These blades were completely different. Each one was wreathed in roaring fire, their crimson glows seeming to set reality itself ablaze. With a single gesture, the flame swords screamed towards Xiang Nan, ready for battle. Then let me demonstrate a true 108 sword streams, ... double quotes, ... A level. I reached in only 3.5 years. His gaze sharpened, piercing his opponent. He didn't boast, but stated a simple fact. I will show you ... The true meaning of the 1,000 Autumns sword art. That single move revealed an insurmountable gap in power that Lu Chun had achieved in a fraction of the time. The difference was staggering. Before Lu Chun's might, Xiang Nan was exposed as nothing more than a clown. Facing this absolute power, his opponent could only scream in shock, unable to believe Lu Chun's strength. This is the 1,000 Autumns sword art. Xiang Nan's face twisted in horror. Cold sweat poured down his face. He trembled and shrieked in utter denial. How do you know this technique? And you've cultivated it to grand completion. Seeing the man's terror, Lu Chun simply smirked, his voice as cold as ice. You find that hard to believe? Then let a so-called true disciple like you experience my sword art for yourself. See if it's real. At his command, the surrounding flame swords shot forward with unimaginable speed. He gave his opponent no chance to resist, wanting them to taste the true power he wielded. Countless streams of sword ki descended upon Xiang Nan. Without hesitation, they tore through the air, mercilessly piercing his body again and again. Each strike was agony, shattering his defenses completely. All he could do was howl in pain, his tragic screams echoing across the heavens. Seeing his brother being torn apart, Xiang Bei could no longer stand by. A wave of desperation washed over him, and he immediately charged forward. He unleashed all his power to block the assault, refusing to let Xiang Nan suffer alone. Brother, I'm here to help. But Xiang Nan vehemently disagreed. He roared at his younger brother to retreat. No, Bei, we can't handle him. You must run now. Hearing his brother's desperate plea, Xiang Bei hesitated. He knew they stood no chance against Lu Chun's terrifying power. His face grew deathly pale. His eyes burned with resentment as he finally roared, Damn you! Our master is the #1 sword king of the Great Key. You dare treat us this way. Our master will hunt you down and make you pay 100,000 times over for this. Hearing this threat, Lu Chun only let out a cold laugh. His gaze was glacial as he replied, If those are your final words, then embrace your death. Instantly, thousands upon thousands of new swords appeared in the air. Each one was aimed, ready to drag the two brothers to hell. Lu Chun coldly waved his hand, and the fire swords descended like a hurricane. They tore through space itself, sweeping away all resistance and utterly annihilating the enemy under their master's absolute command. 1,000 Autumns sword art. Annihilation? Slash. The fire swords quickly formed an inescapable vortex of death around the two brothers. The vortex tightened, crushing the space within, before the swords rained down like arrows of death. Each one aimed for a vital point. They pierced through their bodies, sending fresh blood spraying into the air amidst desperate screams. their very lives hanging by a thread. The vast land was now soaked in the stench of blood. The foul smell was so thick it was nauseating. It was a scene painted by death itself, leaving no room for life. A soldier appeared, kneeling before Lu Chen, reporting to Your Highness. This subordinate has failed and has disappointed you, the soldier reported. Although Samik was trapped by your formation, our Imperial Guards were still routed by him. We were powerless. But Lu Chen didn't blame him, replying with a smile, "It is fine. He is the son of the human king. After all, letting you fight him was merely for you to gain experience. I never expected you to win." Within the sword formation, Mu was a wild beast unleashed, his attacks both savage and cruel, forcing the soldier's backstep by agonizing step. He laughed with chilling arrogance as his weapon cut through the air, his voice dripping with scorn. "Ha ha ha, you think this pathetic mob can defeat me? Even trapped in this formation. I am not some small fry you can bully." His face twisted with bitter resentment. His bloodshot eyes burned with a desire to incinerate everything. He frantically attacked the formation's patterns, trying to shatter the array that imprisoned him. He roared like a caged animal. "Lu Chen, just you wait. Once I break this formation, I'll make you wish you were dead. I'll drag you back to the SA kingdom and throw you to the gladiators, to serve as a slave for all eternity." As he spoke, he pointed a trembling finger at Lu Chen. "What kind of hero relies on a formation? Lu Chen, if you have any guts, release me for a true duel." Lu Chen, completely unfazed, shot back a contemptuous reply. "What's wrong? Weren't you just boasting about breaking this array and killing me? Why the sudden change of heart?" Lu Chen's retort only fueled his rage, veins bulging on his forehead. He scowled, cursing Lu Chen as a coward. HMPH, just as I thought. A coward hiding in his shell like a turtle. Lu Chen let out a disdainful laugh, his gaze indifferent as if he were lecturing an idiot. "Is that so? Young Master Mu doesn't seem to keep his word. Using your nascent soul realm cultivation to bully a marrow-cleansing realm cultivator like me. You call that honorable?" Samu spat back venomously. "Humph, a petty victor's pride. Just wait until Lu Zhengen is killed by my father and the Xiang Prince. Let's see you laugh then." At that moment, a figure appeared behind him, plummeting to the earth at an incredible speed. A world-shaking boom echoed as a white figure, like a meteor from the heavens, slammed violently into the stone ground. The brutal impact shattered the earth, sending stone fragments flying and kicking up a thick cloud of dust. Both men stared at the crash site, Mu's heart filled with doubt. As the dust began to settle, he vaguely saw a human-shaped skeleton and roared with glee. A skeleton fell from the sky. "Ha, ha." He continued to laugh as if victory was already his. "Ha ha ha! Your father is weaker than I thought. Killed by the two kings in less than a moment." Hearing his excitement, Lu Chen just casually teased, "Don't be so quick to claim him as my father. Look at that rough skin. I think he looks more like your father." As he finished speaking, the dust cleared, as if swept away by a sudden wind, revealing a blood-soaked scene. A pool of dark red blood stained the cracks in the shattered ground. Sashuan lay motionless there, his entire body drenched in it. A massive wooden stake had pierced through his chest, pinning him to the cold earth. His eyes were lifeless, his chest still, his consciousness long gone from its vessel. "Seeing this," Mu shrieked in horror at Lu Chen. "What, father?" Seeing his state, Lu Chen continued his mockery. "My dear son, since you've called me that, I suppose I can let you out." With that, Lu Chen released him from the array. Mu shot towards his father, like an arrow, unable to believe what he was seeing. He punched anything in his path, screaming without end, "Impossible!" He collapsed onto the blood-soaked ground, clutching his father's body. His heart felt like it was being crushed, each beat a wave of numbing pain. Silent tears streamed down his face, unending. They mixed with the fresh blood on his hands, soaking his stunned face. His lips trembled as he whispered his father's name. "Father, father, father." After dealing with S.A. Juan, Lu Zhengen wasted no time. launching himself toward the Xiang prince like a lightning bolt. His palm strikes as heavy as mountains. Each blow carried destructive power. The Xiang prince was completely overwhelmed, beaten back again and again. The soldiers below witnessed this terrifying battle firsthand. They were scared witless. In the sky, deafening explosions rang out continuously, light flashing like lightning. The two figures clashed like tornadoes, every move aimed at a vital point, neither willing to retreat an inch, vowing to fight to the death. As the final victor was decided, they murmured, "The king has been fighting the Xiang prince for so long. He just recovered from a grave illness, even though he killed the SA king." Lu Xun immediately reassured them, his voice filled with pride. "Everyone, don't worry. Let me tell you something. Good men don't live long, but a scourge lives for 1,000 years. How could an old tyrant like my father meet his ancestors so easily?" Standing beside him, General Li could only manage a wry smile at his master's arrogance. The words had barely left his mouth when the old master's figure descended from the sky. Lu Xun joked, "Speak of the devil and he shall appear. See, isn't the fight over, old man? What took you so long? I already dealt with 3 Nasan Soul Realm cultivators over here." Lu Zhenjiang paid no mind to his son's jests. He strode forward majestically, his rough hand gripping the blood-soaked hair of his prize from the battle. The crimson corpse was dragged across the ground, leaving a horrifying trail of blood. The man's face was ashen. His entire body was drenched in blood, having completely lost consciousness. The surrounding subordinates were stunned by the scene before them. The king actually managed to slay both rival kings. The king is mighty. Witnessing Lu Gingging's glorious victory, the soldiers erupted in sheer joy. Cheers echoed across the battlefield. "The king is mighty." Lu Xun waved with a teasing smile. "You still holding up, old man? How was it? A great martial achievement, wasn't it?" The old master replied softly, "It was all right, but Jiangzu struck me with a final palm. I'm afraid I'll need half a month to recover." After that, Lu Xun turned to give an order to General Li. "Right. Spread the word that the Xiang brothers were killed by me using the Thousand Autumn sword. Art. I want to meet this sword king, Jian Qiu Yi. Let's see what kind of a deity he truly is." Hearing this, General Li clasped his hands and bowed, cold sweat on his face as he asked carefully, "Your Highness, forgive my model. Jian Qiu Yi is a Peat King realm expert. It's best not to provoke him now." Lu Xun just smiled, who said, "I was going to provoke him. The royal court is weak right now. To deal with Emperor Qi, we need to rally a few kings, and he is one of our targets." Hearing Lu Xun's words, the general could only accept the bitter truth, bowing his head in silent obedience. "I accept this duty. I will see to it immediately." But despite his words, the general was weeping inside. His Highness just killed the man's disciple, and now wants him as an ally against Emperor Qi. What madness is this? Herein his son's plan. The old master asked doubtfully, "After what you've done, can you truly win over Jian Qiu Yi?" His son replied, with absolute certainty, "Of course, he's just a mere sword, King Quan." A smirk touched his lips as he added, "To serve under me is his greatest honor. Only then can I leave this place with peace of mind." With that, Lu Xun turned and walked away without a second thought. Watching his son leave, Lu Zhenjin sighed helplessly. "Where are you off to now?" "Disappearing for another 3 to 5 years. There are no monsters at home. Why do you always run off?" In response, Lu Xun simply said, "Don't worry. This trip will be short. I'm going to meet someone. They say she's the saintess of the Jade Pool Holy Land. The #1 beauty of the Imperial Domain. A woman whose alluring grace could captivate any soul. Her ruby-red eyes sparkled with a fatal charm that mesmerized countless men. Her skin was as white as snow, her pink lips slightly parted. Like a budding flower, exuding an irresistible allure," Lu Xun continued. "And she's only 20 this year. A peerless beauty who could topple cities. I just happen to be in need of a handmaiden." At this thought, He burst into laughter. Hearing his son, Lu Zhengyan scolded him angrily. "Look at you, you damnable brat. Don't you dare say that outside. The Jade Pool Holy Land has eyes and ears everywhere. If they hear you, they'll skin you alive." Hearing that, he immediately frowned. With the expression of a bullied child, he muttered back, "What? Is it a crime to ask my junior sister to pour me some tea?" The Jade Pool, Holy Land. 3 separate islands connected by iron chains, floating above a tranquil village. ... Creating an atmosphere both mysterious and ethereal. Lu Chun sat in a small pavilion, gazing out the window as he spoke softly. It's almost time for the Jade Pool Holy Land's disciple recruitment. The city was packed with people, bustling with excitement. He rested his chin on his hand. His pensive eyes scanned the area as he judged them internally. Not a single promising soul in sight. These prospects are truly pathetic, he sighed, bored by the scene before him. Then he glanced at a fatty extending his hand for a servant to pour him wine. A smug look plastered on his face, annoyed. Lu Chun thought, someone brought a servant to the selection trials. Are you here to cultivate or to vacation? His expression darkened. He took a deep breath, clutching his wine cup tightly. Glaring at the fatty, he growled. HMPH, that bastard. Waiter, bring a beauty to pour my wine. The owner's face lit up. Ha ha! The guest has fine taste. We have our standard grade 418 spirit stones, mid-grade 4, 108. Ando, hai, grade. Seeing the owner list off unappealing options, Lu Chun cut him off. Enough. I've heard. That your Jade Pool, Holy Land, has a sing. The owner grew even more excited. I understand. You want a companion who resembles the saint? Well, that will be quite expensive. At least, Lu Chun couldn't stand the nonsense any longer, and immediately interrupted. He set his cup down, enunciating every word. No. My meaning is, summon your saintess here. Now. He leaned on his chin, his gaze locked on the owner. His tone was calm, but filled with authority. Tell her to pour my wine personally. Hearing this outrageous demand, the owner's face fell. He said angrily, Sir, please do not make such ridiculous requests. I'm sure that was just a slip of the tongue. But Lu Chun wasn't joking. His expression shifted, all playfulness gone. No. I am a very serious person. I never misspeak. I want to summon the... Before he could finish, and before the owner could explode, the other patrons began to radiate. A murderous aura, like startled beasts. Their eyes blazed with fury, ready to lunge forward and beat Lu Chun to a pulp. Hearing his absurd demand, they roared in anger. Don't waste words on this brat. Ask the saintess to pour your wine. Who do you think you are? Watch me smash that face of yours. If the sacred land didn't forbid fighting, I would have broken all 3 of your legs. Where are the sacred land's guards? Get over here and arrest this audacious fool. But Lu Chun paid them no mind. He calmly replied, Everyone, please stay calm. Anger is bad for your health. I only said one thing, and you're all this furious. Hearing this, they laughed with smug satisfaction. They thought Lu Chun was scared and begging for mercy. They roared with laughter, their faces full of scorn, as one shouted, Ha! Trying to beg for mercy now. It's too late. Facing the crowd's towering rage, Lu Chun acted as if his life wasn't on the line. He casually propped his feet on the table, his gaze utterly serene. Then, with a mocking tone, he said, No, I'm not begging for mercy. What I meant was, for such a small matter, you diehard fans, you fanatics are already losing your minds. After speaking, Lu Chun leaned back, looking up at them with an arrogant gaze. As if you are all beneath my notice. In a provocative tone, he said, When the saintess actually comes to pour my wine in a moment, I fear you'll all die from sheer rage. Hearing these arrogant words, the crowd's fury didn't subside. It erupted even more violently. Everyone's eyes turned bloodshot, their killing intent surging. Some cursed him in unison, while another spat in his direction. Gritting his teeth, he snarled, "I spit on you! Forget later. You're making me furious right now." The commotion they caused was too great. It soon attracted the attention of the Holy Land's guards. "Make way! We received a report that someone is insulting the saint." "Who is it?" Seeing the guards arrive, they immediately pointed at Lu Chen in fury. "The Sacred Land Guards are here." "This is great. Sirs, it was that bastard who insulted our Hearing the report, a guard confronted Lu Chen. "Kid, did you really insult the Lu Chen put on an innocent face. "Not at all. I just asked the saintess to come pour me some wine." "How is that an insult?" The guards erupted in fury, gritting their teeth as they yelled at Lu Chen. "Insolent beast! So it was you! You dare insult the saintess right in front of us. You have a death wish. Enough talk. Let's use a spirit attack. Turn him into a mindless fool, and send him to the mines as a slave." "Agreed. We can't tolerate this any longer." They immediately summoned their spirits. Waves of immense spiritual power flooded the tavern, making the air heavy and oppressive. Their eyes blazed red with anger, faces cold as stone, their killing intent palpable. For just one sentence that offended the goddess they worshipped, Lu Chen had now become their sworn enemy. Spirits manifested and souls stirred. At their master's command, a ferocious tiger and a giant serpent materialized from the void. Their golden eyes glinted with a cold, malevolent light. With furious roars, they lunged at Lu Chen like vengeful gods of death, ready to devour him in an instant. Sharp claws and gleaming fangs closed in, their murderous aura shaking the entire room. Faced with such a perilous attack, Lu Chen showed no fear. He was even too lazy to move an inch to dodge the two spirit beasts. He just calmly said, "Using a spirit attack on me. A transcendent realm cultivator." As he spoke, Lu Chen slowly drew the sword from his waist, its cold blade flashing. The light it cast was chilling. His playful demeanor vanished, and his eyes suddenly deepened into a bottomless abyss. His gaze was as sharp as a blade. "Are you trying to take my life?" In that instant, Lu Chen's body moved like a dark wind, too fast for the naked eye to follow. The sword in his hand swung out, a flash of cold light piercing the darkness in a split second. The blade had already passed through the two guards' bodies. With a single strike, the spirit beasts vanished into thin air, leaving the two guards utterly terrified. Lu Chen just chuckled and said, "In that case, I'll just slash your spirits as punishment." "That's not too much to ask, is it?" Meanwhile, in the saintess's palace, within the sacred land, an ethereal girl was gently leaning against the eaves. She raised a jade mirror, her clear, deep eyes gazing into its reflection, as if observing all the changes in the mortal world. Seeing the man's image in the mirror, she fell into deep thought, staring at him intently. She seemed to recall something, murmuring, "Could he be the one Master spoke of?" Looking at Lu Chen's image in the mirror, she whispered, "The mysterious senior brother." As if sensing her gaze, Lu Chen looked up, squinting as he smiled in her direction. This immediately confirmed his identity for Lu Chen. It was truly Lu Chen. She recalled her master's words when she mentioned his name. Jiaxi had explained, he made a name for himself long ago. He is a legendary figure in the Azure domain. In 5 years, he will come to find you to cultivate a certain technique. You will meet him then. Jiaxi's words sparked an indescribable fascination in Liu Qi. Her eyes filled with a deep longing to finally meet this Lu Chen. She continued to gaze at his reflection in the jade mirror. Every movement, every cold glance he made was etched deeply into her mind. A faint blush crept onto her cheeks, as if touched by moonlight. She thought to herself, "I'm so excited to meet my mysterious senior brother. I wonder just how heroic, wealthy, and dashing he truly is." Suddenly, Lu Chen's voice echoed from the mirror. "Heroic and dashing, you say? Renowned and fabulously wealthy. Is that all? What a liar! What on earth is this?" she muttered in frustration. Shameless man. You're all the same. I spit on you. Back with Lu Chun. He continued his arrogant speech. Every one of my maids is a peerless beauty. For your saintess, to pour my wine would be a compliment to her looks. This statement, once again, enraged everyone in the tavern. Their eyes turned bloodshot as they cursed Lu Chun endlessly. He's insulting the saintess. Kill him! Someone! Kill him now! Amidst the chaotic curses, a tall figure stepped out from the crowd, snorting coldly. You frog in a well. You delusional fool. I, Li Hei, will end you. He strode before Lu Chun and raised a fist. His face a mask of arrogant provocation. Look at you, a toad, lusting after a swan. It's disgusting. My fists are itching to teach you a lesson. The scene shifts back for years at the Jiaqi sacred land. A breathtakingly beautiful figure spoke softly. That senior brother of yours may be a troublemaker, but his talent is second to none. He'd mastered over 10 saint-level martial arts to perfection. At his rank, he defeated countless heirs of the sacred lands, earning fame across the Azure domain. He even captured the demonic sex saintess as his maid. Lu Chun wondered what he'd done now. He asked curiously, itching for a fight. Before the man could reply, Lu Chun's fist slammed into his face. The punch was swift, powerful, and landed with a sickening thud. The man's body flew back like a sandbag, blood gushing from his nose and mouth. His eyes rolled back in shock, clueless as to what just happened. You troublemaker. Go find a beast tamer to patch you up. Seeing the giant man felled by a single punch, everyone present was utterly stunned. What? One punch. Enraged, another man charged forward. Fine. A real man fights like a man. Do you dare face my sword? Without hesitation, another fist flew, and that man went down instantly. Great dragon's might, repel these weaklings. One by one, with simple strikes, Lu Chun sent them all sprawling to the ground. Come on, you fools! No need to say it. I get it. You're their daddy. Lu Chun shot back while fighting, felling all of them with just a few basic moves until they were all on the floor. He said excitedly, So you're just a bunch of keyboard warriors? All talk, but none of you can actually fight. After dealing with the rabble, he wondered, But why isn't the saintess here yet? I came to Jiaqi right after my breakthrough to the transcendent realm. As he spoke, an ethereal figure appeared as if stepping out of the void. With her every move, space seemed to slow, and vibrant petals danced around her. A gentle light enveloped her holy form, filling the room with a dreamlike beauty that captivated everyone. Her cherry lips parted slightly. You were eager to see me? Lu Qingcheng's figure floated in midair, like a goddess descended from the heavens. 5 colored petals swirled on the wind. They clung to her, highlighting her noble, otherworldly aura. Her form-fitting robes perfectly accentuated her stunning curves, without losing their elegance. Her enchanting eyes shone like stars, drawing every gaze from below. When the saintess appeared, everyone forgot their earlier hostility. All attention was now fixed on her. They praised her beauty endlessly. Wow, it's Lady Sen. Whoa, a true goddess. I can't take it. Ignoring their fawning, the saintess's attention was focused solely on the man before her, Lu Chun. She smiled and greeted him. Hello, I am Lu Qingcheng. Were you eager to meet me? Even someone like Lu Chun found it hard to resist her charm. He replied in a gentle tone. You're the saintess of Jiaqi, serving drinks. That's a first for me. What a scandal! Jiaqi has fallen, its saintess. Now a barmaid. The peace didn't last long, as the men from before swarmed back toward the tavern. They shoved their way inside, shouting as they ran, Everyone, get in here! They're eating inside! They rushed in with incredible speed, just to grab a table. Some who couldn't find one even had a plan. Hurry, no tables. Just take one out from your storage ring. They cheered and laughed loudly, shattering the peaceful atmosphere between the two. Lu Chun's expression darkened. The chaotic shouting continued. Brothers, let's make some noise. ruin the mood for that dog couple. He turned and asked Lu Qingcheng, "Are all these guys your pursuers from the sacred domain?" She forced a smile, her beautiful face showing clear annoyance. Senior. Brother, must be joking. Our sacred land doesn't keep guard dogs. I have no connection to this rabble. Hearing this, he chuckled. Shaking something in his hand, he replied, I see, then we certainly can't sit with them. With that, he tossed it to the ground. White feather bewildering array. Activate. Seeing Lu Chun set up something strange, they were shocked. What? He's setting up another array? They immediately grew wary. It looks like a defensive illusion array. It can block sight and sound from the outside. A transparent bubble of spiritual energy suddenly enveloped their table. It created an independent space, strangely quiet amidst the noisy crowd. This move was like a slap in the face to everyone else. They gritted their teeth in fury, eyes burning with rage. One couldn't hold back and threw his weapon straight at the barrier. In a fit of rage, the weapon struck the shield, but only created a few weak sparks before falling, leaving it completely unshaken. Damn it! What is he doing to the Sanctus in there? Attack! Break the array and save our goddess. Lu Chun spoke grimly. All right, now it's quiet. Hearing this, Lu Qingcheng praised him. Senior brother is so generous to use something like this. Just for this small matter, you used a 6th grade array. As she finished, Lu Chun waved his hand boastfully. It's a small thing. Didn't Master tell you? I'm a kind-hearted person who loves to help others. These are all thank you gifts from people I've helped. Why would I hesitate to use them? Hearing his words, Qingcheng was stunned. How could someone be so narcissistic? Then, Lu Chun placed an item before her. He said to Lu Qingcheng, by the way, I brought you a gift this time. As he took out the item, Lu Chun proudly introduced it, a millennium soul-nourishing mushroom. It can instantly heal a damaged soul, and even if you're not injured, using it can greatly strengthen your spirit. And here's Phoenix Essence Blood. The Violet Phoenix Sword is also considered a sacred weapon. He then handed everything to Liu. These are all for you. Holding the treasures, she asked him happily, Then she asked worriedly, Senior brother, isn't this too much? Lu Chun replied casually, What's wrong with it? It's normal for a senior to dote on his junior, isn't it? Hearing that, Liu Qingcheng replied cheerfully, All right then, thank you, senior brother. In that case, let me treat you to roasted black killin, this place's specialty. Elsewhere, a man panted and complained. What kind of array is this? It's as tough as a tortoise shell. A formation of this level. Even our sacred land might not possess one. As he spoke, the array began to fade. Someone suddenly shouted, Look, the array is disappearing. As the scene unfolded, a man recognized them, crying out, My lady, From the mist, Lu Qingcheng and Lu Chun appeared side by side. Lu Chun seemed lost in a daze. She noted silently. What is this bitter sight? Seeing them together, the crowd erupted in outrage. What has happened to my goddess? They roared in a chorus of anguish. The pure saintess in our hearts is no more. Then, with a pained voice, she told the crowd, I wish to bear his sins. I just don't know about his child. ... If we are worthy of raising it, not spicy enough. The moment she spoke, the crowd descended into chaos. Our goddess has been defiled. Ah, my first love, from the crowd, who I observed the turmoil. His sharp gaze fixed on the two figures who had just emerged. Then, he moved towards Lu Chun and spoke. You are Lu Chun. Come with me. The Holy Lord has been waiting for you. Feeling the stranger's approach, Lu Chun grew wary. This oppressive aura. He's an emperor-level expert. At this, the crowd began to mock Lu Chun. So much for your arrogance. Did you think our holy land was your playground? Now an emperor expert is taking you to face justice. Seeing this, Liu Qingcheng thought arrested. But Master is the one who summoned him. Lu Chun then followed Hu Hai to the Jiaoqi Holy Land. Along the way, Hu Hai introduced himself. This old man is Hu Hai, an insect elder. He continued, the Holy Lord sent me to bring you to the Holy Land, and to help you get acquainted with this place. Lu Chun immediately asked, tell me about the Holy Land's situation. For instance, how many emperors and saints do you have? Hu Hai answered, Our Jiao Qi. Holy Land has more than 5 experts at the saint level. There are also over 10 half-saints. He added with ease, we have 108 emperor-level experts, over 1,000 kings, and countless disciples below the king realm. After listening, Lu Chun commented, that's fairly decent, not too far behind the top sects in other domains. Hu Hai spoke with a hint of resignation. There's no helping it. Among the 10 domains, the desolate domain is the weakest. After all, the spiritual energy here is far too thin. He went on with a sad tone. The land is harsh, and dangers are everywhere. The barren soil is unsuitable for cultivation. Before he could finish, young Lu Chun suddenly cut in, Elder Hu Hai, if my eyes don't deceive me, ... There's single quotes, a glowing fish scale in that lake. Over there. Hu Hai pointed ahead and said, that is a dragon scale fish. It must be a dragon scale treasure fish, one of the 8 great delicacies. Following his direction, Hu Hai replied, indeed. And over there are the burning rabbits raised by the Holy Lord herself. Lu Chun stared intently at the fish. He thought to himself, I can't believe there's such a delicacy here. After I report to my master, I'm coming right back. Little rabbit, you just wait for me. As soon as Lu Chun arrived, Hu Hai informed him, all right, my task is complete. You'll have to walk the rest of the way yourself. After that, Lu Chun ascended the steps to the Holy Land alone. Gazing at the sight before him, he spoke, I've arrived. Then, Lu Chun knelt respectfully with clasped hands. He said with a reverent tone, Disciple Lu Chun pays his respects to his 2 masters. The moment she saw him, Jiao Shi immediately asked. Su Jingxia said, ... You set off 3 months ago. Why did you arrive at the holy domain so late? She continued, her voice sharp with accusation. Or do you find my place inferior to Su's? ... So you deliberately delayed your journey. Hearing Jiaoxi's words, Lu Chun explained in a fluster, Of course not. I made a trip back to the Great Key to visit my father. He quickly added, Oh, right. Master, this is a 1,000-year ice lotus. Your disciple bought this especially for you. May my 2 masters stay forever young. Hearing this, Jiaoxi's tone softened. At least you are thoughtful about the trouble you caused in the holy city. What do you think of the youth of the desolate domain compared to your Grand Master's Qing domain? As she finished, Lu Chun replied instantly, Very weak. Incredibly weak. They can't even compare to the people in the Qing domain. Jiao Shi immediately responded, Oh, is that so? Even then, you must not grow complacent. For now, stay here and begin training in the introductory thunder body tempering art. A look of dread appeared on Lu Chun's face as he thought, Is this a technique that uses lightning to temper the body? That sounds extremely dangerous. He then replied in a panic, Master, I really don't think that's necessary. I just remembered I might have dropped something at the tavern down the mountain. I need to go back for it now. Seeing Lu Chun's excuse, ... JIAO. She instantly called him back. Leaning in close, she whispered sharply in his ear, This isn't like you at all. Back in the Qing domain, didn't you suppress the air of a holy land? And even capture a demon saintess to be your handmaiden? You weren't afraid of such earth-shattering deeds, were you? Now I ask you to cultivate a simple body-tempering art, and you're this scared. Just look at your cowardly appearance. Then she asked Lu Chun, Now, my good disciple, how many Thunder Guard array flags are you carrying? Finally, Jiao Shi decided, Let me see your storage bag. Let us begin with bone tempering. The moment she spoke, Lu Chun immediately protested, Master, please don't. Seeing him struggle, Jia. She spoke softly, Be good. Show your master your storage bag. After carefully examining Lu Chun's belongings, Jia Shi praised him. You have everything from level 4 to level 7 Thunder Guard flags. Excellent. It seems Yingxie prepared you quite thoroughly before you came. The moment she finished, a horrifying thought struck Lu Chun. Could it be that these array flags from Grandmaster weren't for fighting enemies, but for torturing me? He then lamented internally. You ancient masters, thousands of years old, ganging up to trick an inexperienced youth like me. The hearts of cultivators are truly sinister. Jiaxi continued with a casual tone. No wonder. Su Yingxia said everyone in the Qing domain wanted a piece of you. Looking at this demon saint bone tempering order. ... You've certainly made quite a few enemies, haven't you? She then comforted him. But don't worry. Here in my desolate domain, you can continue to be as lawless as you wish. Even if you kill all the holy sons of the other lands, or capture a saintess to be your wife. It doesn't matter. With that, Jiaoxi declared decisively, whatever you want, just tell your master. If any trouble comes, I will be your backing. The instant she finished, Lu Chun immediately refused. Master is too good to this disciple. This disciple does not wish to cultivate this technique. As he spoke, she shot him down. No. Request denied. Seeing this, Lu Chun sighed to himself. She changes her mind faster than one can flip a book. Master, you're completely unreasonable. Then, Jiao. She suddenly called out, Chun Yu, present yourself. Chun Yu replied at once. Holy Lord, what are your orders? She addressed Jiaoxi. With reverence, your subordinate, Chun Yu, is ready. Jiaoxi pointed to Lu Chun. This boy, in 3 days, begin his thunder body tempering. Lu Chun's face immediately fell. Start with the level 4 lightning array, she added. Strike him with thunderbolts from head to toe. Leave no part of him untouched. Yes. Chun, Yu bowed. As you command, Holy Master. Jiaoxi then turned to Lu Chun. My dear disciple, Master has to go out for a bit. You'd better train hard now, or you'll face Master's wrath when I return. He trembled. Yes, I obey, Master. And just like that, Jiaoxi vanished. Chun Yu turned to him. All right, the Holy Master has left. She plucked a talisman from Lu Chun's hair. Her voice turned as cold as ice. Young Master Lu, we should be on our way. Lu Chun cupped his fists with a wide grin. Ha ha ha. You must be Senior Chun Yu, my master's steward. This junior has never had the pleasure. And I've never met a senior as beautiful as you. A true beauty seen once in 1,000 years. Your radiance puts the moon and flowers to shame. Chun Yu remained utterly unfazed. Young Master Lu, just get to the point, she said flatly. He scratched his chin. Sister Yu, how about we make a little deal? I'd rather not do this thunder body tempering training. Could you just look the other way? She stared, confused. Is that it? Are you finished? Lu Chun nodded naively. Yep, that's everything. She paid him no mind, grabbing him by the collar. Then, let's go. Time for your training. Lu Chun yelped in protest as he was dragged off. He had to think fast. Is there truly no room to bargain? Then I'll have to save myself. He quickly offered her a set of exquisite robes. The cloud silk treasure robe. A supreme defensive treasure, woven from divine silk. It can even withstand a blow from a saint. A small gift for you, Sister Yu, upon our first meeting. Just a small token of my sincerity. Chun Yu accepted it, her cheeks flushing slightly. A rare smile appeared on her face. It's beautiful. Thank you, young Master Lu. I adore it. Lu Chun laughed smugly. Ha ha ha! Think nothing of it, sister. So, about our little deal. He inwardly praised his master's wisdom. Grandmaster wasn't wrong. There's no problem in this world that treasures can't fix. But his victory was short-lived. She began dragging him once more. All right, let's get going. Time for your training. The color drained from his face. Wait a minute. Chun, you already took my gift. So why are you still dragging me off to train? She replied innocently. That was a greeting gift, wasn't it? What does that have to do with my duty? Of course, I can't just accept it for nothing. So I'll supervise you even more rigorously to ensure your success. Powerless, he was dragged away by Chun Yu, cursing all 80 generations of her ancestors in his mind. You wretched woman. This is how you repay my gift. You people are nothing but ruthless monsters. As he seethed, she began activating the array. The Holy Master gave you 3 days to study the thunder body tempering art. After that, I will activate this array and use its thunder to forge your flesh. Then she recalled something else. Oh, and one more thing. You still have over 400 of those array flags you brought, so don't even think about using them to escape. Focus on your cultivation. He carefully reached out a hand to touch the glowing barrier, praying with all his might that the array wasn't too powerful. But in an instant, a vicious arc of lightning coursed through him. Master, let me out of here, he screamed. Please, end this nightmare. The real training had finally begun. 3 days later, Lu Chun's agonized screams echoed. Sister Yu, spare me. I'm going to die. His body was completely ravaged. He could only gasp. Please, stop. I can't take it anymore. Meanwhile, Chun Yu reported to Jia Shi, Holy Master, the young master's cultivation is going very well. She watched him and chuckled. Not bad at all. That new hairstyle is quite ... shocking. Not even trying to hide his fury, he flipped her off. Master, stop laughing at me through that mirror. Why don't you come in here and feel what it's like? But before the words left his mouth, another jolt of lightning struck. The pain was so intense he screamed out a curse. Damn it all. Jia Shi simply smiled wider. Excellent. He's full of fighting spirit. Chun Yu, carry on. Chun Yu cupped her fists. Your subordinate obeys. Her master then offered some encouragement. Keep it up. For your first session, 1 hour should be sufficient. Hope surged through Lu Chun. An hour is up. Can I stop now? He yelled. But his hopes were brutally crushed. You have been training for exactly 22 minutes and 37 seconds. We are not even halfway there. Lu Chun was so furious he could cough up blood. I still have more than half of this torment left. You monsters! He roared. Don't speak to me again until the full hour is up. A day later, Lu Chun had gone completely feral, scrambling desperately to evade the lightning strikes. Damn you, leave me alone. Another week went by, and his mind began to fray. He ran, laughing like a madman. If I'm fast enough, ... The lightning will never catch me. Chun Yu nodded in approval. Impressive. It seems the young master has completely adapted to the level 4 array. 1 month later, however, he was transformed. His body was like forged steel. His entire aura changed. He stood there and smiled. But, of course, after a month of torment, does this pathetic lightning think it can harm me? Zhao. She swelled with pride. Excellent. My disciple. Truly excellent. I thought it would take you at least 3 months to master the level 4 array. At her praise, he puffed his chest out with pride. It was only a matter of time. Who in this entire domain would dare question the talent of Lu Chun? But his triumphant smirk didn't last long. Impressive, Jiao, she said. In that case, starting today, ... We'll switch to the level 5 lightning array. He cried out in despair. Master, I'm your precious disciple. Why are you so determined to end my pathetic life? Zhao Shi only smiled, then said to Chun Yu, you may begin. Chun. Yusuke shot towards him, like a bolt of lightning. A shiver ran down his spine as she said, As you command, Holy Master. He trembled, trying to butter her up again. Sister Yu, my dearest Sister Yu, we get along so well. Perhaps you could. But she was already casting the spell, silencing him completely. An overwhelming agony flooded his senses. He thrashed his head in desperate resistance. Master, I really can't handle this. Even Shun, Yu asked. Jiao Shi with concern. Are you sure this will be okay? But Jiao Shi was merciless. Pay him no mind. That kid is far too stubborn to die. Besides, he's loaded with life-saving treasures. Lu Chun thought, my life comes first. I'll just have to use my good stuff to survive. He then chugged an entire bottle of divine water. His body was recovering at a shocking rate. Jiao Shi noted, not bad. The true dragon fluid. This is a Saint-Level divine elixir, able to snatch a life back from the jaws of death. Only a brat like him would guzzle it down like common water. Chen Yu was stunned. A treasure like that actually exists. It seems I worried for nothing. This kid deserves no pity. With that, she amplified the spell's intensity. Jiaxie watched and nodded. Chun Yu, it is good that you understand. Do not hold back. Just use your lightning to strike this rotten kid down for me. Lu Chun cried out in protest. Master, your disciple can no longer endure this torment. Please, retract your divine art. But Zhao, she simply smirked, unfazed. It's fine. I heard you have hundreds of pounds of true dragon fluid stashed away. This is the perfect time to use it all. This lightning trial will continue for 7 days straight. Your true dragon fluid should be just enough to see you through, paying your way to power. Isn't that wonderful? Hearing her words, he seriously wondered if he was being sold into slave labor. At least, minors get a few months' salary at the start. Being electrocuted here felt strangely different. Zhao Shi commanded, that's enough. Chun Yu, ignore his nonsense and continue the training. Chun Yu complied. As you command? Holy Master! Lu Chun roared in agony. My true dragon fluid was a treasure I saved for 3 years. Master, when will these miserable days finally end? 1 week later, inside the Summit's cave abode, he lay amidst a funeral wreath, which bore a single line of text. Here lies Lu Chun, aged 18 years and 5 months. Chun, you spoke up? Stop playing dead. Young Master Lu, your training is complete. You can descend the mountain, unless you'd like another round. Her words shocked him back to life. He shot up, frantically waving his hands at Chun Yu. Sister Yu, you're joking. I'm going down the mountain right now. Jia Shi smiled at his childish display. Su Jingsha commented, not bad. Disciplining a disciple is quite amusing. It's a shame his cultivation realm is still too low. Or we could have struck him a few more times. Chun Yu turned to the Holy Master, Jiao Shi. Although Lu Chun's physique is exceptional, he cannot withstand many more lightning strikes. Ja, she replied, it's fine. Lu Chun is the disciple of all 5 of us. Even if lightning turns him to ash, we can simply piece him back together. At that moment, Lu Chun, who was fleeing for his life, suddenly sneezed. He felt as if someone was cursing his name. Whatever. I just need to escape this godforsaken place. Suddenly, a group of people pointed and jeered at him. Senior brothers, look at that. That electrocuted hairstyle is absolutely hideous. Hearing this, his anger flared. He confronted the woman. What did you say? You hag? Say that to my face one more time. The 2 senior brothers beside her stepped forward. You must be a new junior, aren't you? How dare you speak to a senior sister like that? As your seniors, we cannot simply stand by and watch. Another disciple chimed in. That's right, junior brother. You should watch your temper. Offending us will bring you nothing good. With their backing, the girl grew even bolder. Ugly junior brother. So what if I called you ugly? Look at that bird's nest on your head, shamelessly running around like that. Are you too poor to even afford clothes? Does this senior sister need to lend you a set of beggar's rags? At that, his rage finally exploded. You witch! Calling me ugly is one thing, but you dare call me poor. He produced a small vial, a smirk playing on his lips. Interesting. It's been 5 years since I've heard such arrogant words. They stared at the item in his hand, exclaiming in shock. What is that? I've seen it before. An Emperor disciple begged for just 1 bottle, and wouldn't even let us have a look, he declared. Now, take a good look at my 7th grade origin soul pill, and then speak to me with some respect. They still couldn't believe their eyes. It's a real original pill, And it's 7th. Impossible. That's an elixir only. A 7th grade alchemist can refine. How does he have one? He raised an eyebrow. Don't believe it's real. Come and take a closer look. They immediately swarmed him. What? Let me see. The woman snatched the bottle, inspecting it. This color, ... This fragrance, ... And even this bottle, ... It's a genuine top-grade Origin Soul pill. An aura of pure wealth radiated from him as he smiled. Ha ha ha! That's more like it! For a tycoon like me, pills of this quality are as common as dirt.
So, senior sister.
If you call me handsome right now, this bottle is yours. How about it? Her expression changed in a flash. What? In that case, my heavens. How can such a handsome man exist in this world? You're the very image of a divine heartthrob. Lu Chun laughed loudly. Is that all? That's not enough. I'm not satisfied yet, she continued. You are like the brilliant sun, the most dazzling flower among thousands. You are the most handsome of all. The most handsome. You hear me? My heart is pounding, just looking at you. Your handsomeness could make even men swoon. How can a simple word like handsome even describe such beauty? Oh, handsome one. Meow, meow, meow. This humble girl is your little kitten. Satisfied, he handed the bottle of pills to her. Ha ha ha. Not bad. You have quite the silver tongue. I am very pleased. This is your reward. She quickly accepted it. Thank you, most handsome junior brother in the world. At this point, the other female disciples began to crowd around. One flattered him. I find junior brother's appearance truly extraordinary. You've made this senior sister's heart flutter. Would you care to take a walk with your senior sister? Another gushed. Junior brother, you are heroic and peerless. A dragon among men. The #1 handsome man in the desolate region. He generously distributed gifts to them. Very good. The senior sisters of the sacred desolate region are truly eloquent. These are all rewards for you. Continue praising me. And so, the compliments poured in. Junior brother, you're so handsome. One look from you makes me weak in the knees. May I ask if junior brother has a Tao companion? I want to dual cultivate with you. The two male disciples who had mocked him were now grinding their teeth in fury. They're insane. These senior and junior sisters have all gone crazy. Damn it. Can money really let you do whatever you want? Why am I not the one with the money? Just then, a sharp voice cut through the crowd. That's enough. A bunch of degenerates, corrupting our sex, moral character. The newcomer was the core disciple, Kui Hua, an Origin Soul realm expert. She said, you act so shamelessly for a few worthless pills. Every single one of you is acting like a harlot. Where is your dignity? He crossed his arms and assessed her. This senior sister has quite the majestic aura. However, I suppose an Origin Soul realm expert can look down on my Origin Soul pills. He then produced another item with a smirk. But I wonder, do you dare look at my perfect grade Kingbreaker pill and repeat what you just said? That was a Kingbreaker pill. An elixir that could help an Origin Soul realm expert break through directly to the King realm. A single step to the heavens. Lu Chun dangled it before her, a taunting prize. Senior sister, say something pleasing, and I might just consider giving you one. She could only stammer, you... ... you. Another voice cut in. This senior sister is being far too harsh. I think this junior brother is quite handsome, and his hairstyle is unique. She lifted Lu Chun's chin, her voice dripping with charm. So dashing. No wonder the other sisters are so crazy for you, she whispered in his ear, a tempting offer. Junior brother, you have no immediate use for that king-breaking pill. Why not gift it to me instead? He chuckled. So this is what senior sister was after. Still, Lu Chun agreed. Fine, as long as you fulfill one tiny request of mine. He stated his terms. Just give me one kiss, and this pill is all yours. She staggered back in shock. What a kiss. Lu Chun nodded nonchalantly. That's right. I'm tired of empty flattery. Let's do something more tangible. The male disciples immediately erupted in an uproar. Bastard. How shimlays. Just because you have some filthy money. Senior sister, Tenjing. Ignore this scum. She was caught in a difficult position. She tried to negotiate softly. Junior brother, can we change the condition? He instantly replied, if we change it, then I'll kiss you instead. But I'm a shy person. I rarely take the initiative. If you agree, I'll make an exception just for you. Hearing this, she froze completely. Lu Chun quickly turned to leave. You don't agree? Are you looking down on me? No matter. I'm sure plenty of others will be willing. She spoke again softly. No, junior brother, you misunderstand. I'm not that kind of person. Though it pained her, she said, it's just, ... You're so handsome. I was momentarily embarrassed. I'm coming to kiss you now. The crowd was horrified. Senior sister, Tung Jing. Don't, dumb it. She's been blinded by money too. Becoming his lapdog, she felt like crying as she slowly approached Lu Chun. Yes, ... That's right. Just a little closer. Just one kiss. Lu Chun teased her. Oh, by the way, this isn't your first kiss, is it? This junior brother is as pure as paper. If it's not your first, ... Don't you dare taint me, she said shyly. Of course, it's my first kiss. What kind of person do you take me for? Some harlot. He leaned in close. Excellent. I'll accept this senior sister's kiss. Then the crowd roared in fury. Damn him. Another senior sister tainted by wealth. She sold herself. Women are all the same. I wish I was rich. She then asked, Junior brother, are we ... Are we done now? Lu Chun didn't make things difficult. Relax, senior sister. I won't take advantage of you. A deal is a deal. Please, take it. He handed her the pill bottle. Tang Jing's face lit up with joy. Not bad. It's a high-grade pill. Thank you, junior brother. Lu Chun laughed heartily. Ha ha! Senior sister earned it with her own skills. Naturally, I must give my best to such a talented senior sister. Seeing this, the other female disciples rushed over to his side. Senior sister wants to kiss you too. Junior brother, I'm still pure. I absolutely won't taint you. Junior brother, look at me. Lu Chun burst into laughter. Ladies, please, one at a time. The other men's faces turned green with envy. Damn it, the senior sisters have completely fallen for his money. How infuriating. Why wasn't I born a woman? They surrounded him. Are you comfortable, junior brother? How do you feel? Junior brother, let me feed you a grape. Here, taste how sweet it is. The male disciples were incensed. It's just a few pills. What's there to be so arrogant about? Lu Chun mocked them openly. This junior brother is right. These are just a few trash pills. I usually just use them to feed the birds. Surely you don't actually eat 'em, do you? A figure stepped forward. This junior brother is mistaken. The king-breaking pill can hardly be called trash. They all recognized him. The voice belonged to senior brother Du Yi. Fanning himself, he said, if junior brother has so many king-breaking pills, I'm willing to trade for them at a fair price. Lu Chun was secretly impressed. Finally, an expert who knows their value, much better than those useless broke disciples. And what price is senior brother offering? The man continued. How about this? I won't let you lose out. 1 million spirit stones per pill. What do you say, junior brother? He sneered with a look of contempt. What a scheming merchant! Offering 1 million for an item worth 10 million. Truly shameless. Senior brother, is there something wrong with your head? The man dropped all pretense, revealing his true colors. What is this ugly fool saying? That's too little. Don't you see how unhappy all the senior brothers are with you? I'm doing you a favor. Sell them to me at a small loss, and you might appease them. If not for your stupid hairstyle, I wouldn't even offer 1 million. Lu Chun hated nothing more than people who mocked others from a position of weakness. His voice turned cold. Such big words. Senior brother, who are you calling? Ugly? Dewey stepped forward. dripping with sarcasm. What? Does junior brother want to fight? He stared Lu Chun down, piling on the insults. Has Lu Chun lost the argument, so now he can only resort to violence? How crude. The disciples around them joined in with Du Yi. Their mockery and abuse were relentless. That's right, a piece of trash with dirty money and a hideous hairstyle who doesn't even know it. If that were me, I'd have smashed my head into a wall long ago. Hearing such vicious words, Lu Chun finally lost his patience. He glared at them coldly. Very well. It's been a long time since anyone dared to bark like this in front of me. I'll remember all of your faces. But Du Yi remained smug, his tongue as sharp as ever. He sneered at Lu Chun. Little junior brother. Think you're so tough. Give it up. You're no match for me. In a fight? Just hand over the pills. Save yourself the pain. The moment he finished speaking, Lu Chun stomped his foot, and the stone ground beneath him shattered. He shot forward like an arrow from a bow. He was ready to teach this man a lesson. Ridiculous. We'll know who's a match after we fight. In a flash, Lu Chun arrived, driving a fist straight into Du Yi's gut. Du Yi had no time to dodge, taking the full force of Lu Chun's blow. He immediately coughed up blood, overcome with pain. Lu Chun's killing intent blazed as he mocked the man. Do you still think I'm not your match? Before Du Yi could even counter, he was sent flying. The surrounding disciples were stunned into silence. Senior brother Du Yi was sent flying by a single punch before he could even use a martial skill. They all stared at Lu Chun in disbelief. His cultivation was so low. How could he be this powerful? As Lu Chun approached them, they broke out in a cold sweat, desperately begging for their lives. What do you want? Stay back. We surrender. We're sorry. Lu Chun ignored their pleas, walking straight toward Du Yi. Lu Chun sneered in disgust. A bunch of useless trash. Fighting you would only dirty my hands. He then grabbed Du Yi and took to the skies. The sect disciples cried out in horror. He took our senior brother. We're doomed. Is he planning to kill Du Yi? He's heading for Divine Peak. Quick! Go get the master! In moments, Lu Chun reached Divine Peak. He glanced around. We're here. Without a shred of mercy, he hurled Du Yi to the ground, taunting him. Get lost, you weak... Du Yi looked up in pain, utterly confused. Why did you bring me to the Divine Peak Forest? Lu Chun leaned in close, grabbing a fistful of his hair. Take a guess. Nice hair, by the way. Du Yi broke into a cold sweat at this bizarre act. He raised his hands to plead. You monster... I'm not into men. Please, don't do that to me. But to his horror, Lu Chun's face twisted into a lecherous, predatory grin. What a coincidence, he smirked. I have a special interest in men, especially those struck by lightning. As he spoke, he produced a small iron box. Du Yi watched in terror, completely bewildered. Struck by lightning. What does that mean? Chun immediately raised the iron box, striking a dramatic pose as he roared. Electro art. Solitary dragons. Coil. 9 dragons. Extermination. A bolt of lightning slammed into Du Yi. His body went rigid, completely paralyzed. A charred and frizzy mess. Chun stood aside, reveling in his misery. Oh dear. Just a single grade 4 array, and our senior brother's spirit is already failing. Pathetic. Seeing his ruined state, Du Yi shrieked in horror. My beautiful hair. You lunatic! Chun just watched with amusement, a cruel smirk on his face. What's wrong? Didn't you say my hair looked freakish? This young master just gave you a matching style. How does it feel? But Du Yi just looked at him helplessly. No. I meant, was your hair also caused by lightning? Do you really have that much free time? That you strike yourself for fun. You're a bloodthirsty psycho. Hearing this, Chun's fury erupted. It seems the voltage wasn't high enough. Let's continue. Chun summoned the thunder once more, striking Du Yi over and over again. His agonizing screams echoed through the peak. As Six-Chun reveled in Du Ye's torture, he failed to notice a figure appear right behind him. It was Chun. You. When'd you get here? Came back for more lightning, did you? Du Ye's condition was truly pathetic. Six-Chun just grinned proudly. At Sister Yu, it's like this, ... This senior brother saw my hairstyle and thought it was the peak of fashion. He insisted that I give him one just like it. So I had to bring him up the mountain. Look at him now. Sister, he's so happy, he's speechless. Chunyu sighed. You little troublemaker. The Holy Master was right about you. You truly are a demon king of chaos. Meanwhile, another disciple was frantically rushing to find his own master. Save Du Yi. Are you certain? My disciple, Du Yi, was just taken away. The disciple nodded frantically. Yes, Lord Huang. He then described Six-Chun's appearance. It was a guy with a mohawk. He knocked senior brother Du Yi out and abducted him. That lunatic took him to Divine Peak. I don't know what happened after that. The master's expression darkened. His brow furrowed. He gazed off into the distance. To Divine Peak, you say? A thought suddenly struck him. Could it be ... the Holy Domain's training ground? Du Yi's master stared towards Divine Peak. Another disciple rushed forward to report. Lord Huang. That man ... He's coming down from the mountain. I'll see for myself, he said angrily. He went to find his disciples, while others from the sect stood by, mocking them. Is that senior brother Du Yi? He looks hideous. What an embarrassment. Du Yi's clothes were torn, his scorched hair standing on end. He screamed helplessly. Damn y'all! Get lost! Stop looking at me! Oh! Look, he's getting shy. Du Yi could only weep in humiliation. Then he spotted his master behind a jeering crowd. Master! Overjoyed, he scrambled towards him, desperate for help. Master! You must avenge me! He clung to his master, wailing pitifully. My dashing, handsome hair! He turned it into this monstrosity. Master, please teach him a lesson for me. But his master simply gave him a cold look. My disciple, I dare not seek revenge for you. He then turned to Six-Chun to explain. After all, that man came from Divine Peak. Six-Chun smugly approached one of the others who had mocked him earlier, issuing a threat. I recall you also found my hair ugly. How about I give you a matching style? The disciple went pale, breaking into a cold sweat. Wadawa. Do you want? Lu Qingcheng was holding a white rabbit, chatting with her sect sisters. This rabbit's so plump, it can barely run. It's true. Then, one of them piped up. Have you girls heard the news? Lately, a lot of male disciples are getting mohawks. Hee hee. They look so awful, Lu Qingcheng asked, surprised. Mohawks. Their sense of style is truly hopeless. Why is that a trend now? The sister just shook her head. I have no idea. Maybe it's just some strange personal taste. Suddenly, a familiar voice spoke from behind them. Junior sister, you are mistaken. The mohawk is the absolute pinnacle of style. How could you possibly call it ugly? They turned in surprise, then asked with a curious smile. Senior brother Du Yi. Oh, you still have the same style from 2 days ago. The girls giggled amongst themselves. You love your hair more than life itself. I can't believe you're keeping this style. But this Du Yi was actually Six-Chun in disguise. He was startled. Oh, is that so? I had no idea he was that type of person. Six-Chun suddenly felt a pang of guilt. He planned to use Du Yi's face to cause some trouble, but running into her almost blew his cover. Lu Qingcheng studied the fake Du Yi. She felt a strange sense of suspicion. Why did this Du Yi feel so ... familiar? Just then, another disciple ran up, shouting, Du Yi! So this is where you were flirting with junior sisters. I've been looking everywhere for you. The fake Du Yi turned, feigning composure. Oh, Is something wrong? He couldn't help but wonder. Who was this guy? He seemed rather close to that Du Yi fellow, sporting the same tragic hairstyle. The man began his angry explanation. Brother, I'm just like you. I taunted that bastard a few times, and lightning struck me down, leaving me like this. He turned, gesturing for the fake Du Yi to follow. Right. You. Come with me. I have something to tell you. He pulled him to a quiet corner to speak his mind. Brother Du, you've really suffered. You cherish your hair more than your own life. So, for lightning to do this to you, the pain must be unbearable. No wonder the smile you wore yesterday is gone. The fake Du Yi was losing patience, urging him to get to the point. Unexpectedly, the man's eyes lit up with excitement. He declared with glee, The point is, our chance for revenge is here. Hearing this, the fake Du Yi's interest was piqued. He prompted him to continue. Oh, is that so? This sounds interesting. Tell me more. The man fiercely laid out his plan for revenge against Liu Chun. I've already contacted the 9 senior brothers that bastard humiliated, and I've gathered some of Temjing's suitors to... That brat bewitched her, forcing her into an engagement. Her admirers want to join us and teach him a lesson he won't forget. Liu Chun, hearing the plan, played along with feigned excitement. With so many people. Are you planning to kill him? The man jumped, startled by the suggestion. A cold sweat beaded on his forehead. Heavens! Senior brother, Du. I never knew your thoughts were so... venomous. The man quickly clarified. We can't do that. He's from the Divine Wind Peak. He could be a disciple of the Holy Lord or a martial saint. We would never dare to kill him. He then returned to his grand scheme of revenge. He described his plan in detail. But we can still teach him a harsh lesson. For instance, we find a chance to strip him bare and throw him out for all to see. He roared with laughter, immensely pleased with himself. How's that for a plan? The more I think about it, damn. It's genius. At this, Liu Chun's eyes blazed with fury. He glanced at the fake Du Yi, feigning surprise. Oh, are you not pleased? Why aren't you laughing, Brother Du? Liu Chun forced a smile. Of course, I am. I'm counting on all of you. How many people have you gathered in total? The man replied proudly. Around 80? He turned us into the laughingstock of the sacred land. This debt must be repaid, no matter what. Suppressing his rage, Liu Chun told him, Then you should continue gathering more people. I'll keep an eye out for that guy from Divine Wind Peak. The moment I spot him, I'll notify you. The man immediately agreed and left, calling back a reminder. All right, Brother Du, keep a sharp lookout. The second you see him, come to my cave residence and tell me. With the man gone, Liu Chun reverted to his true form. A smirk played on his lips. Oh, I'll inform you. Don't worry. But who's the hunter and who's the prey, We'll soon find out. The next day, as Liu Chun strolled around alone, something suddenly caught his eye. A new plan began to form in his mind. I was hoping to find a rabbit to borrow. But someone's doing periodic divine sense sweeps, even with my saint-level speed. I don't want 3 king-level masters on my tail. Then, his gaze fell upon a wooden bridge and the man standing on it. Those dragon-scale fish. They're completely unguarded. This might just be worth a try. Liu Chun instantly changed his appearance, a sly grin on his face. I think I've found some new entertainment. Meanwhile, on the wooden bridge, a man was calmly feeding the fish, raising these manating dragon-scale fish, watching them devour souls to reach their peak. And Saint Fengxin pays a whole 100 spirit stones for this. It's practically a freebie. But just then, a spear pierced one of the dragon-scale fish. The man cried out in alarm. My dragon-scale fish. Who's there? He watched helplessly as the speared fish was dragged away. Damn it! Show yourself right now. How dare you touch the saint's prized fish? Liu Chun, in his disguise, revealed a taunting smirk. He was ready to provoke the man further. Not only that, he intentionally announced his identity for all to hear. What's wrong with a little misunderstanding? I am Du Yi. My master is a king-level expert. It's just one fish. The saint won't care. The man's face turned crimson with rage as he roared. A king's disciple dares to touch a saint's property. Even a king would be useless here. With that, the fake Du Yi took the fish and he shouted as he ran. That's right. I stole it. So what? Come and catch me if you're so tough. The man was left behind, screaming curses. You bastard. Guards, seize him immediately. The fake Du Yi laughed triumphantly as he fled. Should I stew this or pan-fry it? But as he contemplated his future meal, or maybe grilling it whole would be best. But fate, it seems, has a cruel sense of humor. He ran headfirst into the real Du Yi. As they passed, both men froze in surprise. The real Du Yi broke into a cold sweat, his voice trembling with rage. What demon dares to wear my face? But the fake Du Yi brazenly shot back. Demon! How ridiculous! That should be my question for you. Why would you impersonate your grandpa Du? Enraged, the real Du Yi prepared to strike, chanting an incantation. You bastard, I'll beat you back into your true form. Die, you demon. However, the fake Du Yi gave him no time to cast his spell. A single, devastating punch landed squarely on his face. You're the only demon here, and you're the one who's going to die. With just one fist. The real Du Yi was knocked out cold. The imposter looked down in disappointment. Pathetic. You couldn't even withstand a single punch. And with such meager strength. You dare call yourself the real Du Yi. Lu Chen immediately reverted to his true form, deep in thought, letting the original wander around freely. Double quotes. Could easily ruin my brilliant plans. Perhaps I should seal him inside a cave. With that decided, Liu Chun dragged Du Yi's body away. First, I'll toss you into this cave and seal it with a powerful formation. With that loose end tied up, Lu Chun resumed his plans under Du Yi's identity. This time, there will be no mistakes. Now, time to catch a few more dragon-scale fish. Meanwhile, in the Saintess's cultivation chamber, Quan Cheng was quietly cultivating by herself. Suddenly, Jiao Shi appeared and asked, Quan Cheng, how goes your training today? Quan Cheng opened her eyes, hesitating before she spoke. Master, there were no issues today. It's just, senior brother. But Jiao Shi cut right to the heart of the matter. What has that rascal Lu Chun done now? Quan Cheng seemed to have pieced it together. Asterisk. The Du Yi I saw today. It had to be senior brother in disguise. She quickly shook her head, trying to evade her master's question. It's nothing, master. I must be imagining things. But a single glance was all it took for Jiashi to understand everything. A knowing smile graced her lips. Oh, you are not imagining things. Your senior brother is a walking catastrophe. If he's here, trouble is bound to follow. Just you wait. Stunned, Quan Cheng looked at her master. Master, why do you seem so pleased with my senior brother's actions? Zhao Hai's unexpected interest left Qian Dan at a loss for words. Not at all. I just hope he gets into more fights, steals a few treasures. It's all part of his training. Then, Zhao Hai's expression turned serious, but he declared proudly to Qian Thun, he is my disciple, after all. Even if the heavens fall, I will be there to hold him up. What is there to fear? Lu Chun sat cross-legged in his mountain cave. Before a small table, he admired the shimmering golden fish he had caught, thinking, the dragon scale fish, a rare delicacy, and a powerful supplement for my cultivation. With that thought, he picked up a dagger, a single, skillful slice, and he gutted the fish, removing the organs, scraping the scales, and deboning it with practiced ease before placing it in a pan over a low flame. He added herbs and spicy rosemary, dill, and green onions. Lu Chun smiled to himself. A fish this large. ... Double quotes. ... After I finish it, the sheer energy should be more than enough for me to achieve a breakthrough. Just then, the disheveled, blonde-haired youth, lying unconscious nearby, ... slowly began to stir. Ugh. ... Where am I? Lu Chun shot the man a cold glance. When the youth saw his face, he immediately snapped. It's you! Lu Chun, you dare kidnap me? His eyes then darted to the sizzling fish on the fire. And you're just casually roasting fish? Is that a dragon-scale fish? Lu Chun's face instantly darkened. Du Yi's fury exploded, veins popping on his forehead as he roared in anger. So, ... So it was you, you damn bastard. Why did you impersonate me to steal the dragon-scale fish? I have no grudge against you. Lu Chun glared back, annoyed. So noisy. You're killing me. Do I need a reason to do what I want? He pointed a finger at Du Yi and commanded, silence. Now, shut your mouth for me, and watch quietly as a master chef prepares his meal. Du Yi's mouth was instantly sealed, unable to make a sound no matter how much he struggled. Seeing this, Lu Chun boasted smugly, but I have to say, this face of yours is incredibly useful. While you were out, I used it to steal a few more fish. I'm a genius. Hearing this, Du Yi's face went pale with rage. He wanted nothing more than to punch Lu Chun into oblivion. But Lu Chun paid him no mind, lost in the heavenly aroma. The fish sizzled, its skin a glistening, golden brown. Enough talk. The smell is just too good. Just as he was about to spear a piece of the succulent meat, a clear female voice from behind made him jump. That smells amazing. What are you up to? The newcomer was a woman with a stunning figure and long black hair tied back partially, one eye hidden by a silver lotus petal ornament. She lowered her gaze and asked, enjoying some delicious secret snack here. Lu Chun turned slightly, breathing a sigh of relief when he saw a familiar face. You scared me. So it was you, Sister Yu. I'm just eating some fish. Want to join me? Chun Yu smiled and, without hesitation, leaned down. She took a bite directly from Lu Chun's plate. Well then, I won't be polite. Lu Chun watched, stunned by how natural her actions were. He exclaimed, Whoa, you actually ate it! And you, let me feed you. The air between them suddenly filled with pink, heart-shaped bubbles. The moment the fish touched her tongue, Chun Yu's eyes widened in shock. This flavor, ... Is this a dragon-scale fish? Isn't this from that old miser's pond? Lu Chun raised an eyebrow, feigning innocence. Old miser. What does some stingy guy have to do with my fish? Chun Yu closed her eyes and formed a hand seal. A wisp of white smoke rose from her body. Let's see what really happened. A perfect clone of Chung Yu appeared in the smoke. She commanded it. Spiritual sense, depart. Her consciousness left the cave. She silently observed the bustling crowd below. Have you heard? The dragon-scale fish were stolen. Yeah, they say it was Du Yi who did it. Man, he's got guts. Just then, a mocking voice from behind startled her spiritual form. Chun Yu, you seem to have a lot of free time on your hands. Help me find the fish thief. Chun Yu's projection turned around, sneering. Oh, if it isn't stingy Xian, I heard your fish got stolen. I told you to share a few with me, but you refused. Serves you right for being so cheap. Fangshan's spiritual form scowled with rage. You shrew. If you're not going to help, then get lost. Back in the cave, Chun Yu, sitting beside Lu Chun, slowly opened her eyes and murmured, She turned to Lu Chun, her eyes filled with admiration. You little brat, you're really something else. You even managed to steal stingy Xian's treasure. Lu Chun smirked proudly. Oh, really? So that miser was the owner of this fish. You praise me too highly, Sister Yu. Let's just ignore him and eat the fish. As Chun Yu took a piece, she explained with a laugh. That miser's title is Feng Xian. He's a saint-level expert who is notoriously cheap. His stinginess is why we all call him Stingy Xian. Only when the Saint Lord himself asks, ... double quotes, ... will he part with 2 of his fish. Eating this today is all thanks to you. As she spoke, 2 figures appeared in her mind. One was Feng Shan, flipping her off. The other was a beautiful woman with long sea-blue hair and blazing red eyes. A blue 4-leaf clover mark painted at the corner of her eye. Hearing this, Lu Chun grew even more excited, eagerly moving his chopsticks toward the golden fish. Is that so? Then what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Chun, you agreed? And swiftly blocked Lu Chun's chopsticks with her own. That's right. You might not get to eat this more than once a year. Lu Chun pulled his hand back, sighing in frustration. Hey, sister you! Have some class! Even if you only eat it once a year, you don't have to be so desperate, right? Chun, you reached for another piece, using her other hand to block Lu Chun from the fish. That's because you don't know how divine the dragon-scale fish tastes. Lu Chun watched helplessly as the fish disappeared, grinding his teeth. Ha ha! Of course, I don't know. I haven't even had a single bite yet. Chunyu burst out laughing, holding a piece of fish out in front of him, as if teasing him. Ha ha! Look at you being so stingy, acting like I won't let you have any. A moment later, she beamed, standing up and waving goodbye. All right, I'm full now. The rest is all yours. Lu Chun cursed under his breath. Damn it! No wonder your chest is so big. You eat so much. And another thing, call me the great and handsome Tran. I am anything but stingy. He then turned to the fish, his mouth watering in anticipation. Ha ha ha! And now, it's my turn to feast. Modeled